crypto pirates. Welcome to your Discourse Syndicate FN Hangout. It's Friday night. The week is over, and the rubber band is wound as tight as it can get, guys. This is it. This is 0 hour. I'm telling you right now, as we speak, something is happening. There is something going on, and it is nothing but good. Look, for those of you who haven't been around us as long as some of us, I'm going to tell you right now. Let's see if I can fix this. We got a little issue going on here. What is that? What do we got going on? Maybe that's what's going on. There we go. Anyway, for those of you who haven't been around as long as some of us, this is 0 hour. Hex doesn't like to sit around this long at mid levels. It doesn't like going sideways. It just doesn't. It's got some climbing to do. And I'm telling you right now, stand by, because it's about to blow. It really, really is. I am fired up because I know it's coming, man. I know it's coming. Let's say hello to the chat room first. We've got cutthroats and streamers and everybody's showing up already. Man, it is crazy. I'm going to put the link in the chat. So for those of you new to the show, new to the chat room, what I'm pasting in there right now is the link to the show. So if you want to come in, feel free to come join us, come talk with us. If you're brand new, if you're a hater, if you're an OG, been around for a long time, haven't been on the show yet, come on in. We want to talk to you. That's what this is about. This is about opening up to the community. That's what we've always done here. And I gotta say that because of the show, a lot of streamers have launched and become, part of the beauty that is the Hex community and the brains of the Hex community. The smartest people have come from here. They came on first and they did the FN Hangout and said, you know what, I can go do this myself. If that dirty old pirate can do it, I can do it. So, and it's true. All of you can. For instance, our buddy Hex Machina is doing his own show. Shoot, I didn't even know who he was streaming at first. And he was streaming on Discourse Syndicate, and I was like, who's wait, I know who he is. He's doing a show here now. That's great. That's awesome. So I didn't even know. It's like we've got streamers coming on, and I didn't know that they were doing a show. It's very, very cool. So let me say hi to Graphene. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm finally getting over this damn cough. I don't mean to cough into the mic, but man, it just has not gone away. No bit or anything, but this cough is I've just had one of those like 4-week coughs. It's awful. So what's happening, Graphene? Eagle Owl. Hey there, Eagle Owl. Haven't seen you before. Crypto Ewok, of course, OG. Hexander, OG. T-Bird, OG. Johnny No Good. Oh, OG. Melv Tony, another OG. Look at these guys. Crypto Journeyman. Who else? Graphene, Melv Tony, another OG. D Hexitentalist. Welcome. Yep, just woke up. It is pamping, isn't it? We got a little pamp. Let's see. Let me just open up Staker here. Oh, I got to talk about one of these apps, man. Holy freaking balls, man. Oh, we are pumping. Look at that. Oh man, I didn't even look. I haven't looked all day. I didn't even know we were pumping like this. I just had the feels, baby. Had the feels. The pirate knows, man. I'm telling you, the pirate knows. Thomas Turner, welcome to the show. Rock Edison, Johnny No Good, OG, Lost Legacy. Let's go. Sammy Chica, straight up cutthroat, OG, pirate as they get. Sammy Chica, Lil Gaines, Dave Morales, double OG. Tekken, the Hexicanitalist, Tin Top, Festival Stills, the Hexican Contractor, nice. Izzy E, D'Artagnan, another double OG. Joshua Fleming, welcome. Black Ink. Who else? Dorsey. Hey, what's up, OG? Lost Legacy. Paba Lava, another double OG. Extremely Desirable. Who else is in here? Jeffrey. Welcome. I'm getting sounding like there was this show back in the day when I was a kid called Romper Room, and they used to like look into the mirror and they say shout your name out, and they always said simple names like Steve and Johnny and Anne and Mary, and of course, you know, if you have an obscure name, which mine is kind of obscure, they never say it, so you grow up with a fucking resentment for Romper Room. Anyway, fuck Romper Room. That's my take on that. They never said my name goddamn one time. And I watched that bitch look into that mirror and talk about everybody else's name but mine. Still got a resentment. I ever see her, I'm going to kick her right in the... Anyway. So enough on my childhood nightmares and resentments. Let's see. What else do we got going on? Guys, so I just want to... So somebody turned me on to this app, and I'm sure everybody's seen it by now. And it's called stakehex.today. Now, if you're a staker, especially if you're like an OG staker with some T-shares, and you know, just anybody with stake, period. You put your little address into that wallet and you look at your stakes, you're just going to blow your fucking mind. And you could play with you could adjust it. You could play with stakes and create test stakes and all that stuff. So, excuse me. I'm telling you, that app is straight fire. Whoever developed it, I want to talk to you, because that is sick, man. That is sick. And to see some of the gains that Hex could possibly make, it's insanity. It's insanity. So that thing's got me wearing FOMO pants. Definitely today. I put that in there and started looking at it, and oh my God. But here's the thing. Hex is going to do all this stuff. I'm telling you, this is conservative estimates of what's going on now. For those of you who sacked, and wait till you see what PulseChain does. I know my clickbait says that we know the price of Pulse. We're going to talk about that today. I'm sure tonight we're going to have a good conversation about it. But I'm telling you right now, Hex has overexceeded all of my expectations. And I basically had none of anybody else, of course. But excuse me again. I did think that there was going to be some price action, and I did think that we were going to do well in staking. I didn't know how well we were going to do in staking. I didn't know that the staking percentage was going to remain so level, so low, so calm, so cool, so collect. I didn't know that the share price was going to go up so dramatically high, and it's going to continue to do so. So, I mean, just think of where it's at now. What if Hex goes to $1? Not what if, when Hex goes to $1, what's going to happen then? Oh my gosh. It's really some of the gains that we've seen recently, some of the prices that we've seen recently are going to be so far out of reach. I mean, we had people before a penny saying it was too late to get into Hex. Before a penny. I remember those conversations. Before a penny, they were saying it was too late to get into Hex. It had already pumped. It already did its thing. And now it's sitting at 42 cents. When Hex goes to $1, and it will, people are going to be like, man, it's too late to get into Hex. Well, $1 to $10 is nothing. Absolutely nothing for what Hex is. $10 to $100 is nothing for what Hex is, because Hex is going to keep doing what Hex do. I keep telling you guys that Hex ain't going to stop doing what Hex do. You know, you've got everybody out there telling you, all the smart guys, the whales and everybody with all their math, and Jenkins and all of his charts, and all these guys are just going to tell you the same thing that the dirty old pirate told you, that Hex is going to do what Hex is going to do because of its math, because it is immutable, because of the interest model, because of the inflation model. Everything that's built into Hex is designed to pump. Every corner you turn, Hex is pumping. You make a left, Hex wants to pump. You make a right, Hex wants to pump. You read the code, Hex wants to pump. You stake, Hex wants to pump. You unstake, Hex wants to pump. You sell, Hex wants to pump. You buy, Hex wants to pump. Period. End of story. You can't stop that. You can't change that. You are going to be at the mercy of your own thoughts in the future. You are going to either kick your future self in the balls or you're going to give yourself a big ol' ass hug. I'll tell you that right now. If you've been sitting around here, look, I've got a good buddy that part of it was my fault because I didn't want to bring Hex to him because I've literally brought I've told you guys the story. I brought every single crazy project under the sun to him, and he and I did business together, and he would just say, what's next? What's next? And we just kept at it. Well, this one I didn't bring to him until, later on, and as far as Hex was going, but he held, and he was hoping for a dip. Hex never dips, man. It never dips like other cryptos dip. See, other cryptos dip, and they dip massive dips, and they stay there for a while, and they give you a chance to buy, and then it goes lower, and you have a chance to buy it even lower, or you sell and panic sell and get the hell out. But Hex doesn't do that. Hex rolls down a little bit, corrects, then boom, it's back off. When Hex is going sideways, that's a hint and a half for your ass to get your ass in, because then it always does this little slow pumpy thing like it's doing right now. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. And it usually does it. And it usually, the last time we saw this was exactly when Bitcoin was doing what Bitcoin was doing. When Bitcoin does a little pump, Hex does a little dip, and then when Bitcoin takes its little rise and gets ready for its fall, Hex freaking slingshots. It's almost like the same scenario that happened just recently, from what I'm looking at anyway. I don't know. I'm not a tea leaf reader, but I let history do the talking because there ain't nothing new under the sun, folks. Crypto's been doing this same shit over and over and over again. No matter how hard you try and game the system, it keeps doing the same things. Crypto's always doing the same things. And what have we seen with Hex's pattern? What is Hex's pattern? It pumps, it corrects, it goes sideways, it pumps, it corrects, it goes sideways, and it pumps again, and it corrects, and it goes sideways. So the best that you can do is after a pump and a correction, get your ass in. That's about as dippy is going to be for you. You're not going to see those pennies, prices again. You're not going to see a half a penny price again. You're not going to see a dime again. You're not going to see that stuff again. Hex is going to keep doing what it does because it's an immutable code, folks. Immutable code. It's better than Bitcoin. Let me say that again. It's better than Bitcoin. I've been saying it from the beginning of this show, and I will say it until the end. And I don't care who out there has something to say to me about it. You got nothing to say to me. Bitcoin is not better than Hex. Never has been, never will be, never can be. It is what it is. Respect, peace to Bitcoin. Thank you, Bitcoin, for starting crypto, but it will never do what Hex is going to do. It will never be what Hex is. It can't. It can't, because it's an immutable code too. And no matter how many things they try and tack onto it, it's never going to work. It's garbage. It is garbage technology. It was a great start for crypto. Thank you, Bitcoin. We got it now. You just hold the tail. We got this cat, right? So anyway, enough of that said. I'm going to start bringing all the cutthroats and all the players up. First, our OG cutthroat has to come up first. Got it. Timmy B, what's up, my man? How you doing?
I am doing awesome, man. It's good to be back. Been a little busy the last week or two.
It's funny how busy us guys who are supposed to be retired are getting these days, huh?
When you have people that you onboarded, they're still working. You work in their field. I do construction type work, so I do all kinds of stuff. And my one friend's a plumber, so when he's got stuff that he needs help with, I'm there for him. You know, my previous employer, she's onboarded. She's got some of her family onboarded. She needs help with something. She calls me. If I'm available, I'll help her. I like to help people, man. What can I say?
I'm feeling the same way, my bro. And I finally had the talk with my employer. I had the talk.
Oh,
that talk. But it worked out great, you know, because look, man, I mean, I got to do this in my fashion, with my integrity, with who I am and how I'm doing it. You know, I appreciate the place I work for. It's been vindication of a lifelong, you know, career. I've got the best job I've ever had. I work for the best company I've ever worked for. I have the greatest boss I've ever, you know, worked under. He's got like, I could learn so much from this guy. He's an amazing freaking executive, you know, leader, the owner, fucking top notch, just awesome people, best company, best people I've ever worked for in my life. I'm having fun. I feel good about it. So I'm not leaving. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to stay with them and help them with their endeavor and stick around for a little bit until it becomes, you know, too much for me. I have to finally walk off, but I'm going to leave them setting pretty first. I'm going to replace myself and make things right before I leave. And it's just, you know, I feel I got to do it that way, you know, even though it's like, it's kind of like, it's the biggest irony. I've talked to Joker about it. I've talked to, you know, Ken, I've talked to Kyle about this. And it's like, finally, you know, after 30 years of service into a business or a field, and I finally got the job I deserve, and now I gotta walk away from it. But I think it's the right way to exit. You know, I think it's the right way because I was vindicated and told, hey, this is what you're worth. This is the value you bring to the table. Here you go. Thank you. And then now I get to go, okay, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm going to help you out and make everything right for you, but I do have to move on. So that's what's going on. It's kind of, personally, it's just kind of a strange story, but you know, bittersweet, I guess. Bittersweet.
And, you know, also, I'm waiting on delivery of my first new car this month.
Ooh, what are we getting?
A Tesla Model Y.
Oh, okay.
And I'm getting it wrapped. I'm going to get a bunch of Hex Pulse Discourse Syndicate stuff wrapped all over it.
Dude, that is awesome, man.
I think
put some DS on it.
Hell yeah! I think you're gonna like it, man.
What color? Which color are you gonna get? Now that's blue. Like the little SUV one, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm getting blue, black interior, and I've already talked to a guy. There's a Hexican in Idaho whose brother does vehicle wraps and other types of graphic art.
Nice.
That I'm going to take it up to him and have him wrap it. And I'm going to visit some people up in Idaho while I'm there.
Just to let you know, your glasses are really revealing your screens. So just be careful.
I know. The only thing I've got on my screen is the YouTube version of
I know. I just want to make sure you didn't have any of your nudes on there or whatever. You know?
Yeah, I figured I can see the reflection of everything in the lenses, but I like these glasses too much that I'm not going to ditch them. So
nice. All right. Well, I'm going to start bringing everybody else up.
Cool.
Good to have you on, Timmy.
Definitely.
So of course, this man right here, holy moly, OG, freaking like one of our greatest onboard raids ever. The man, the myth, the legend himself,
the Joker.
One of the greatest streamers I've ever known, the Joker. What's up, dude?
Hey,
up, you're muted. Uh-oh, you're muted. Let's fix that. Unfuck yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Now we can hear you. There you go.
On.
What's happening, bud? How you doing?
Not much, man. Not much. I figured to like not have the makeup on today and just show the Hexicans my face.
Who you are?
Yeah, I'm a real guy. Hi.
Real dude.
It definitely was
short,
a pleasure.
Real dude.
What?
Real dude.
Wow. You
knew you had it coming. You knew you had it coming. You were the one that started the whole short thing with retweeting everything. You fuckers.
Yo, man, how short do you have to be for RG to call you short, yo?
Bro, listen, all right? I was leaning in. All right, look, man. I memed it, okay? You were right next to me, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, no, I'm gonna get clowned.
So we're walking across the street the first time we meet, right? So we're in the cul-de-sac over at Freddie's house, and we're in the cul-de-sac, and we come walking up to each other, and like the distance between us is shortening, and so is Joker. He's like, and he's like, fuck, you're taller than me. God damn it.
But it was like by
the pictures.
It was by like that much. Come on, man. It wasn't like so profound, okay?
Oh, man.
And then when the picture came, right, it didn't do any justice because like the angle like made me even shorter, and I'm like, I'm not that short, bro.
And Timmy's like what, 6'4"?
6'4".
6'4". First time I meet Timmy, I'm like, what's up, dude? Freaking A, man.
Why are those Hexicans so freaking tall? Like, it's funny because like when we did
Timmy,
Corey.
freaking Kareem, Maddie,
Corey's
DC,
like 6'6".
Corey. I mean, all these guys are freaking monsters.
Hodl Dog's got to be close to 7, man.
Who?
Hodl Dog. He towers over Richard. And Richard's 6.
Monster, man.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, when we did that one shoot, like in the right in front of the casket, where we were all like, everybody, even like the guys from like the camera crew, they're like, all right, well, the shortest people to the front, and I'm like, fuck. And they just kind of like pushed me forward, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just have my son there too. Like, come over here, make it better. I use my son for sympathy, man.
All right. Well, here's this guy here too. So this guy, man, he has come on the scene and is just tearing up his stream. Everybody, Hex Machina.
What's up, everybody?
How's it going, man?
Good to see you guys.
So you want to know something funny with Machina earlier? So like, you know, I'm playing New World, right? There's a game out there called New World. I've been playing it. And like I'm getting like because I'm on my Zoom calls. You know my Zoom calls. You've seen them. That all the Hex villains are in there. Oh, yeah. And we're playing the game. And Nick Mattis is like, Joker, are you going live? And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm playing my game. And he goes, well, you're live right now. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? And I go look, and the DS stream is playing on my channel. And I'm like, oh, I forgot to turn it off. And then like I go into the chat and I'm like, yo, Machina, you just went live, but it's okay, all good. And I guess he thought that there was a mix up in the timing. And he's like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, this is my time slot.
It wasn't like that. I was
I'm exaggerating.
Like, no, what's going on? Like, I was so confused. Like, yeah. So I didn't even understand because I use StreamYard. I've never even used Restream, so I don't.
Yeah, it was my mistake, but I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, dude, Machina's live on my channel.
Yeah. You know, you can go into StreamYard too. You can go into our StreamYard. You don't have to do it through Restream.
Who?
You.
I do. I mean, I use StreamYard, and I just put. Okay. I just click like the Discourse Syndicate YouTube, the Twitch, and then that other thing I think is the website.
Do you no, that's Restream actually. Do you have a Telegram handle?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Telegram handle. I'm in the DS Insiders chat.
Yeah, but what's the okay. I was just looking for your handle there on
it's like I think it's Hex Machina. Let me see what it is. There's like 4 different Hex Machinas on there. So let me see what's mine.
I love how you pronounce that.
Yeah.
Machina.
Machina.
Yo, you've been killing it, bro. Makina's
Thanks,
been,
man.
he's been going out there. He's been on the Twitter and
yeah.
streaming on DS. Yo, you've been doing great work, man.
I'm just trying to do
I
my
love your
part. Thank you, man. That means a
Yeah.
lot coming from you. You're a legend, bro. Thank you.
We're all legends, man. But real talk, I see it coming on, and I'm like, yo, that's cool, man. You know, we definitely need more of that. So good deal.
Hell yeah.
So I'm going to bring some of the OGs on here. We got Identity Block, Paul from Albuquerque, and one of our other favorite way back, Bearded Austin. And Bud, good to see you, man.
Hey,
What's up, everyone?
So,
going on?
guys? So Aussie hits me up on a DM one day, and he's like, dude, hey man, are you mad at me, or would you be okay if I came back on the show? So Bearded Aussie, he was like he pulled one of the epic drunks of all drunks on our stream one time. Like almost fell over. Like I think like only Serena, Kool-Aid, and Benny have actually done worse than Bearded Aussie. Serena actually passed out. She actually passed out on stream one time. I don't know if you guys watched that. But she was getting lit. She passed out on stream with all of us streaming. But yeah, no, dude, we don't care about that around here. We try to keep it clean, but it's Friday night. It's Friday night. Man, come on, what are you gonna do? It's Friday night.
exactly.
As if
That's
we're all
right.
a bunch of saints here. As if we're all a bunch of saints on this stream.
Yeah, no, I'm the last person to throw any stones. That's for sure. But welcome everybody. Glad to have you here tonight.
Thanks for having us on, man. It's super here with the legends. It's great.
And Paul, this is actually your first shot on the show, right?
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah.
Well, welcome. Let's
Thank
get to
you.
know who you are first, so
Welcome,
before
man.
everybody
Welcome.
else speaks.
Wonderful. Well, I mean,
Who are you? Where are you from? Why are you here?
I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I found out we got kicked off. Albuquerque got kicked off the tour for heading to Vegas. So I was excited to see them on the way, but I'm gonna have to wait till Vegas to see everybody. But it's the Hex community has really inspired me to put myself out here. I've been a lurker since before 2017. I mean, I binge watched all of Richard Hart's stuff once I saw him, and that was like more of his sci-vibe kind of content, about self-help and stuff. And I just trusted him right from the beginning. So when I thought he was going to do that physics token, right? And so I told my brother, like, hey, we got to be in it, and you got to listen to this guy. And he's more tech savvy, so he's kind of the one that keeps me literate with all of it. And so we're a good team. And it turned out that was too hard, right? So then he ended up with Hex, and I'm the founder of State of the Heart Recovery. So I've got this, almost 30 employees, medical directors, nurses, therapists, running this opioid treatment program and mental health agency. And like 90% of our clients are homeless. So I actually haven't had any money to, it's been crazy, man, to try to stand this thing up. We stood it up in last year. So it's been like during COVID, we launched it, and grew from 3 people to almost 30, right? Because the demand's so crazy over here in the International District in Albuquerque for these kinds of services. But to try to stand up a nonprofit, we're one of the only nonprofit opioid treatment programs in the country. So we have this whole, state of the heart recovery, integrating state of the art technology and the healing. So I'm all about tech, right? So I want to gamify and app assist, a mobile application assisted sobriety and wellness. So I kind of want to keep score and reward in real time with addictive, healthy kinds of things that are virtual reality or brain stimulation or sensory deprivation tank, crazy shit like that for people that are caught up in substance use for whatever reasons, right? So money's a big deal, and I like you said. I mean, I do believe that Hex is way better than Bitcoin. I think that Bitcoin was required for us to get to Hex, but you know, I'm very appreciative of that. But I think Richard's just a genius, and I'm thrilled to be part of the community. I'm thanks for having me on, and you know, I'm looking to create great tools with the Hexican community that help us gamify. And we're surviving right now, but our financial hurdles, you know, so my delayed gratification, I'm hoping is going to keep us afloat. So pretty thrilled.
That's
Paul,
awesome.
love the work, man. That's awesome.
Totally.
Great job, man.
Yeah, good work.
It has a place in my heart, that's
Yeah,
for
for
sure. That's my my wheelhouse too. Do me a favor, and you know, when the show's over, make sure you DM me so that I get your information so that we can talk. Because
Excellent.
I am
I'd love it.
I'm supporting a couple other organizations that are doing the same type of work as you, and I'd love to get involved somehow, because I know that the number one addiction problem out there in our country, at least anywhere, I'm sure probably around the world, is opioid addiction.
Yeah.
And it is a doozy, man. I mean, I've been around this game for a long time, and you know 25 years ago, you know, we buried very few people because of that disease. I mean, yes, people were still dying, but today it's just like they're dropping like flies, you know.
But with the fentanyl, they're using the fentanyl and the fentanyl in the meth, and it's meth, it's heroin, it's fentanyl, and I'll just say one last thing: these opioid treatment programs across the country, they're usually for profit, right? And they have a really bad rap for kind of a dose and go mentality, like just they're passing out a narcotic, right? So.
Yep.
As a nonprofit, we're trying to subsidize the behavioral health and the rewards and the housing and the employment with the funds from the opioid side. But you got to get to like 200, 300, 400 clients before it all makes sense. And I mean, we grew from, one client to, I think we got about 125 that walk in the door on a daily basis now, but we got to get to 200, for it to make sense. I mean, the other agencies around town that are for profit, I mean, they're at 700, 800, 1,000. They can't even take any more clients, and it's just a standard programs. Yeah.
Yeah. And I like that. Treat the whole patient, not just the symptoms. And
that's right.
They treat the symptoms. They drop some other synthetic type of, narcotic or something on it to replace it and try and bring them down. And then they end up hooked on something else. And before you know it, they're back out on the streets again. It's a vicious cycle, vicious cycle. And I had a friend who just lost his son a few weeks ago because of an accidental fentanyl overdose.
Ouch.
Didn't know that he was taking fentanyl, and he was using other drugs and whatnot, but the fentanyl got him. And it's a very, very sad story. 20-year-old young man, just horrible. So thanks for the work you do. I don't mean to bring the stream down or anything. Tonight's a great night, but
no, I think it's great.
That is out there, and Hexicans can get involved. So give us your information, and then maybe we can get a stream going with you, and we can talk more in depth about it.
Get a donation wallet up there, man. Well, let's put a donation up. I'd put down for that.
Shit, I would love that, man. We literally make it from one payroll to the next every 2 weeks. Like it's crazy right now because we're nonprofit, and this is a fiat currency problem, in my opinion, right? Like the fact that we have trauma unaddressed and then leading to substance use problems. Communities are not tackling it because of where the power and the money lies. So that turns us around to a really wonderful part of this stream is what the Hex is going to allow. I mean, I think we're going to revolutionize treatment and empowerment in the community, and why not start with the ones that are struggling the most and prove that we can do it in that population?
Yep. Hit me up in a DM, and we'll get some information passed on. We'll get something else going. We'll talk some more, Paul.
Thanks, you guys.
Sweet.
Cool.
I used to live in New Mexico, so I've been to Albuquerque myself several times. So that's a city that needs the kind of program that you've got going on there. It's pretty rough there.
Yeah.
I love the sensory deprivation treatment. I've actually I went through a place here local to me, and it's quite the experience.
You went to the tank. You tried the tank.
Yeah, I did it for 2 hours, and it felt like literally like 20 minutes. Yeah, it's so like interesting, like what like you feel during that time. It's like it's almost like an outer body experience. It's amazing. It's
I
so
got to
good.
do it.
Yep. There's a
of out of body experiences, but not in deprivation tanks.
yeah, it'll tell you a lot about yourself, man. Like you'll really go through like your brain just goes right. You don't feel anything because the water in the tank is like body temperature. It's you're floating. You don't touch the sides. You don't hear anything. You don't smell anything. You don't see anything. It's so good.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Right on. So, all right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Back to Hex. Because we've got some pumping going on here.
Pumping day.
Yeah.
I can't believe how much you pumped today. That is awful nice. Awful nice of Hex to do that on the FN Hangout night, right?
It's that green candle, man.
I started it. It was the Hex News pump. I'm going to take responsibility for it tonight.
Nice.
Wow. Actually, it started yesterday at 7, okay?
You're right. The green candle.
That's the green candle.
I just hopped on. I just freeloaded onto the back end.
Well, it's a DS stream, so it's all of us anyway.
That's right.
Really.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. Yeah, look at those. Look at those candles. That's a nice run. I was looking at the short-term candles. Yeah, that's a nice run there.
Somebody bought $500,000 like a few minutes before Discourse started tonight.
Yeah, it was right at the end of my stream. Someone did like $500,000 buy. I saw that come through.
The whale bot posted it on Twitter.
So Timmy, you're getting the Model Y, huh?
Yes, I am.
That's the like pseudo kind of SUV, right? That they have.
Yeah.
Right.
It's classified as an SUV, but it looks like a regular hatchback. It does.
Looks like a car. It's so weird. But that's got 3 rows, doesn't it?
You can get a 3rd row as an option. I didn't do that. I just got the 2 rows.
I was looking at those. It's definitely if I owned the house that I live in right now, which I don't, that's my next step. If I owned my house, I would have probably went with a Tesla for my car as well. I would have gotten one of those, but
I'm not a big Tesla guy.
No, I'm not
a Tesla guy either.
Is it Elon or is it
Paladin? YYZ, thank you for the $15. And I don't know what Ibogaine,
yeah. So it's as far as I understand, phenomenal source of it's basically a kind of like a psychedelic, but it also impacts the receptors in the brain, just like a opioid medically assisted treatment. But it's not legal in the United States, so people do like trips to Mexico for that, like tourism medical experiences, right? So I'm very I follow like psilocybin and MDMA and other things, that research that's happening right now from that world, and there's a huge potential. But I think it's in the works, but we're a few years away from it being more widely received. But it's a great question, and it's absolutely coming down the pipe for Americans.
Ibogaine can be pretty dangerous, actually. I guess if it's not monitored and done correctly, it's a pretty strong hallucinogen. So, but I've read a lot of stuff about it. It's pretty crazy. It's like a one-time like shotgun experience where you like it just. I've read people's accounts of it, where because the opioid thing is like near and dear to my heart and life too. So I've had a lot of experiences, and like the Ibogaine thing, I've read accounts where it's like it takes you on this long journey, like through your life, and it like shows you all these things, like all in your head. This is all happening. It just like takes you through on this big long trip and shows you like mistakes you made, and it's like this big crazy journey, and like by the end of it you're like cleansed. It's really crazy. But yeah, anybody that's
I'm high off of Hex.
Yeah.
Let's back to Hex. Here we go, back on drugs again. Try and keep us focused tonight. I always let the conversations go wild, but tonight's about Hex, guys. We got a pump going on. We've had sideways action forever, and I think that that post launch. I don't think that we're going to get a warning. Everybody keeps saying snapshot. Now,
Nope.
one of you tech guys, correct me if I'm wrong. There is no such thing as a snapshot with PulseChain. It's supposed to be a fork, right? It is at a certain block.
That's what I thought.
There's going to be a fork.
That's it.
And it's just going to be, the chain is going to duplicate, and it's going to just go this way up and to the right instead of that way. So it's not really a snapshot. I think it's just a fork. Now you can correct me if I'm wrong. That's fine. I'll just accept it. But you're wrong. They say you're wrong. You are wrong, RG3. You're wrong. Okay.
I don't think that there's going to be a lot of time.
No, I think it's going to just happen, and we're going to be like, oh fuck, because I don't think Richard wants people front
to gamify
this thing.
Yep, he doesn't want people loading up and
the
dumping.
shit out of it, load and dump it.
He even said it. He said he doesn't want people to game the system, so he's going to give the least possible opportunity to do that. So it's probably going to end up just being like boom, immediate. So if you're selling Hex now and you're like, well, I could buy later on when to go ahead and get my copy, like I wouldn't. I wouldn't count on it. So just like calm down. You know what I mean? Like think about it this way: if you're selling Hex now, you're selling double the Hex. I would.
Yep.
For the same price.
Yeah, the thought of these guys like selling Hex to go buy a dog coin and then coming back later so they can take advantage of.
Did somebody see that wallet that did that?
Oh,
well, you talking about when they bought like that one dog coin?
Yeah, somebody sold
Shiba,
like $1 million worth of Hex to buy a dog coin. It's like crazy.
So funny thing, I actually, speaking in terms of like the game that I'm playing, it's a massively multiplayer online RPG, and on that you can have like this global chat. And I've been talking a storm about Hex. I've been like, hey, check out Hex Crypto, and this one guy's like, well, yeah, I'm into crypto too, and I made about $5,000 on this coin. And then I'm like, and they're like so proud of it, and I'm like, and I was like, well, I made X amount, which was more than six figures on this coin Hex, and then they're like, and then they were like, yeah, okay, and I'm like, I could prove it. Right? It's called the Staker app,
My wallet fluctuates by six figures.
But the point is, like, people are so close-minded and so zeroed in on these dog shit tokens, right? And they're like, yeah, this $5,000. Oh my god, it's like it's more money that they've ever seen in their whole entire life. And I'm like, just check out Hex. Just check it out.
Festival just said this perfectly. This is perfect. Compare your anything to the highest appreciating asset of all
That's
time.
right. Yep.
Prepare and compare anything you got, your anything, to the highest appreciating asset of all time.
Good luck.
And that's just the start. Hex hasn't started yet, guys. We're not viral. We are still being called a scam coin.
Not as much, but I hear it less.
Calling a scam is even now like
it still happens. It's crazy.
It still happens.
I thought I was crazy. You know what I mean?
Like Richard doesn't even have time to rug pull. Like the rug's too heavy. You can't even pull it anymore. It's like there's too big of a rug. You can't pull it.
This guy's over here trying to figure out how to give everyone as much more free money than ever been given out, and people still think he's trying to rug pull.
You know what's interesting? So there was a study done, right, with people on the side in I think in Manhattan, New York, and this guy had like $5 bills, and he was going up to people, and he's like, "Here, take a $5 bill," and people I think more than half the time, people were looking at him like, "What's the catch?" Like, no, I'm not gonna. I don't want the $5 bill. He's like, no, just take it. You can literally have this $5 bill, and people literally are like terrified of the guy because they think they have to do something for it, and they just can't accept the fact that there are just some people in this world that would do that for you, and Richard Hart is one of them. he don't give a shit about money. He's like, bro, I want to make you rich. And everyone's like, whoa, me?
What's wrong with you?
What's the catch? Like, dude, the guy's
And he's making more money doing that than he would walking away from a thing. It's like, you guys don't get it. They just don't get it, man.
No,
Well,
they don't.
the legacy system, right? It's been favoring whoever it wants forever. I mean, that's the system we live under, is people getting given those opportunities, buy the right real estate, buy the right next to the railroad tracks, whatever it is, giving them opportunities. But this time, I mean, Richard Hart, in fixing that fiat problem, that legacy system problem, I mean, we're in the ground level of the next Amazon, and nobody can stop us. And all of the legacy power players, they're going to be late to the game.
Yep. Hey, Brian, it's called stakehex.today. Stakehex.today.
Oh,
That's the
on
app.
on that topic,
I love that.
I've been talking to the guy, the dev for that site, guys.
What's his name?
He's very.
If he doesn't
private.
want his name.
He's a very private guy, but if you go on Telegram, you'll find him at just KE. That's what he goes by in Telegram. And I think he was in the Hex Dev Telegram chat, so you can find him in the Hex Dev Telegram chat. But I was talking to him the last couple of days, and I'm actually set to have him on Hex News tomorrow night.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, he's gonna come. He's just gonna be audio avatar because he's like really all about OPSEC and privacy and stuff. So I was like, yeah, no problem, man. So he's gonna come on though and screen share and just kind of show us all the things you can do with it. He's basically, I mean, if you check out the roadmap, he's on his way to making that an actual front end where we can stake and manage stakes from and whatnot. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
So based Wefu says, yeah, Captain, it's awesome app, but gosh, those numbers are crazy. Let me take you back in history to when the Captain was very, very moon boyish. I was saying that Hex could do like 5 to 10 cents by the end of this year.
Oh man,
like it could do 5 to 10 cents.
Wow.
Really good.
And I felt like Moon Boy talking about that. I was thinking, man, after big payday, we can get close to 3.5 cents, man. 3.5 cents. I think it can happen. I really do think it can happen. You can go back in our streams and look at from 3.5 to 10 cents this year. It could happen.
It could do it.
It could do that.
It could happen.
So I no longer listen to my little conservative brain when it comes to price predictions of Hex or Pulse or any of this stuff.
No limits.
Because we've literally got people right now that are still sacrificing for Pulse.
Yep.
And I'm talking, and they're not just
5 to 100 transactions every 24 hours.
Like big
wallet.
amounts,
Yep.
like monstrous amounts of sacrifice, not like, a little tiny sacrifice. I'm talking about people that are actually coming in and aping in some money.
6
And
figures.
they're still sacrificing.
94 ETH the other day.
Yep.
94 ETH, guys. Just sack. Boom. Bye. Now, that value, I'm going to guarantee you, that value is not going into Richard's pocket or his dev team's pocket or anything. That value is going into supporting Pulse somehow, some way, somewhere. Mm-hmm. It's coming back, guys. He's a brilliant man. He has figured out how that is going to support the launch of Pulse. So what I mean by the thumbnail and the clickbait and saying that we know what the Pulse price is going to be, all you've got to do is look at the value that is coming in, and Pulse launch is going to be supported by that volume and the FOMO. FOMO, everyone I'm talking to is like, hey, when it does launch, I can get some, right? I'm going to be able to get some, right?
Yep.
How am I going to get in to PulseChain and get some? Because they want to get some.
Yep.
So guess what? Whatever price it comes out at, it's going to get bought up. It's getting bought up. People are coming in. And I'm talking about some people with some money that are actually aping into it. So it's coming, guys. It's going to happen. We're not going to know when it's going to happen, more than likely. It's going to happen quick. There is no snapshot in some moment of time that's going to be in between something. It's going to happen, and it's going to be live. And the singularity, the trade that's going to start the whole thing is going to happen. And then hold on to your fucking seats.
Oh,
hold on to your seats. And it can happen any fucking minute now. Any minute.
I do have a question about the gatekeeping, right? Do you think the gatekeeping will occur even with PulseChain, or do you think since it's completely different?
So.
I have nothing to say about gatekeeping anymore because
who cares?
I think that as we start to flip the metrics, and by the way, guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about this, and I'll get into it deeper as we have conversations. But I had a really good conversation with Clay yesterday.
Nice.
He and I, he sent me a message. He said, "Hey man, everything okay?" And we just had a really good conversation about Hexicans coming at him sideways about he's like, "I'm asking questions. I'm asking questions. Nothing has changed. I haven't done anything to change metrics or kowtow to anybody. All of these rumors that came out about what I was doing was." And I said, you know what, Clay, I haven't said anything, but the jury's out. Let's see what Clay was saying those things for. And he says, if I don't question everything, isn't that what we're all supposed to be doing, is questioning everything that's out there?
That's what I said. He just wants to get it straight. He wants to have accurate data. That's it.
And he's saying, isn't market cap just is it or is it not just a fake number, or is it not just a metric that nobody really should care about? There's a lot of other data points out there, what about exposing the fake volume that's out there on other cryptos and things? What that's what his questions were really about, was like, hey, why are the volumes like this over here? And the volume on Hex doesn't trade that much. People don't trade Hex that much. People are holding Hex. People are staking Hex. There are traders out there, but not on the volume that all the other cryptos are trading coins. They're trading coins. People trade them. Period. End of story. They have lots of volume of trade. Hex is not a trading coin. In fact, people like to stay away from it because it does a sideways thing. It pumps, but then people do sell-offs, and if anyone was they know they can't, or they're not going to ever be able to short it. Look at every single candle that wicks down. That anybody who tried to short any dip in Hex was wrecked, because that thing, it always spies back into itself. Every candle, you never see a candle go boom, 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 and just stay there.
Nope.
I mean, every big dip that you've ever seen in Hex, it's bought back up within the next hour to a half a day, and it's already bought back up. Boom, boom, boom. So it's not a trading coin. You're not going to see a lot of trade volume. People that try to trade it, I think they're getting wrecked. So anyway, but anyway, my conversation with Clay was really good. He is an above board guy. I don't care what anybody in the community has to say about him. He's always been upfront and honest with me. He's always had great conversations with me. He had a really good conversation with Dev Kyle, and I know Dev Kyle gives the same kind of stamp of approval of, hey, this is what he's doing. It's about metrics, and stand by and watch. Hex hasn't moved on the board at all. It hasn't changed its position at Nomics. So chill, guys, chill.
Another thing about Pulse that has come to me is the fact that, when the token's released, all those tokens are going to the people who sacrificed, which means all the people who want to do transactions on that chain, they're going to need to get Pulse from somewhere to pay the gas. And I'm looking at a thing called TX Street, which is an animated display of the Ethereum blockchain, and there's like 75,000 transactions all the time on there in their mempool. So it's like, if half of that volume comes over to Pulse, how many of those people actually sacrificed and have tokens to work with?
So Timmy, is that confirmed that there will be no other Pulse available, only what's in sacrificers' wallets?
Yeah, there is.
That's confirmed. That's the only.
That's how I understand it. The only people who are getting the distribution of Pulse are the people who sacrificed.
It's being distributed.
There's no
There's no-
exchange that's gonna have like where you could buy or.
Only if people
Well, the
who
OA
have
will
it
have-
make it available.
The
Well,
OA
it's just
will
gonna
have
be
it.
people
And
who's
what's
gonna, oh, the OA.
who knows
yeah.
what the OA is going to do with it, though? You know what I mean?
But
The OA is
still,
going to have a monster amount of it, but we've known the OA to do what?
Hold.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's super interesting.
Yeah.
the exchanges are not entitled to a payout just because they're exchanges. Somebody's
Right.
going to have to make that available as liquidity.
Well, there's also, don't forget, there's going to be freemium available to anyone who held ETH
Yeah,
at the time, of the fork.
But
So,
that's distributed
still.
too.
that's also distributed. Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
That's-
Yeah.
That's coming with the fork. So as soon as the fork happens, 1 for 1. I mean, but you got to have. What are you going to get? 300,000 pulse if you have 300,000 ETH? I mean,
Right.
no,
it's like
no, you're
I mean,
not.
You know what I'm saying?
there's not a shy shrimp out there that hasn't got more than 1 million, pulse. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The last
So-
I heard, the ratio between ETH and Pulse is like 1 to 10,000.
Yeah.
But isn't that like
That's what
those are points though, and one of what though? Like $1?
No, you're talking about the sacrifice points versus the ETH to pulse ratio is somewhere around 1 to 10,000 because of
Yeah.
the amount of pulse that's going to be brought into the system.
Right.
So I think with the
I
way
don't know the exact math. There's probably a bunch of guys in the
I think
in
the way it works is
dev
if,
chat that
if the amount sacrificed, if that does not end up equaling 10,000 times whatever ETH supply is, then
yes,
there's going to be like an equalization
of
that's
an
going to be
inflation.
also distributed to make the pulse supply 10,000 times the ETH supply. That's the way I understand it.
I don't know for sure.
So more than likely it'll exceed it. I don't
Right.
think it's going to fall short. I think it'll exceed it, and they won't have to bring extra.
I think so too.
Yeah.
What
So-
about liquidity providers? So people that provide like Hex liquidity, for instance, are they getting copies of PHEX too in liquidity pools? Do we know?
Well, I heard that the liquidity pools are all duplicating over. Everything's
are,
duplicating
okay.
over.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
but the there will be a ePulse ETH pair on Uniswap.
That's right. Yeah.
ePulse, E.
Yeah, on the it was on the original. I mean, I don't know if
The
it's
original
changed. It wasn't like the
document.
original pins. Maybe like
You mean
the
a
fifth
PETH?
or-
You mean a PETH or
A PE.
No,
and
actually
also
on
ePulse.
Ethereum side, on the
So an
Uniswap,
ePulse.
It's going to be
Pulse
both
to
ways.
ETH. Yeah, exactly. And then on the other side, it'll be a
Well, that's
Pulse
the
to
bridge. That's going to
ETH.
be the bridge, right?
Yeah.
The bridge, and then also the DEX, and then and also
I'll go
guys,
bring it
I
up.
heard you guys mention the 1 to 10,000. Remember that after the last day, we're now more like 1 to 1.2 million pulse.
So it's
So now
already
we might
exceeded
be-
then.
Yeah, I think so. It's just I think after day one we passed the 1 to 10K.
Wow. So it's 1 to 10 million pulse. You said.
Nah, well,
Yeah, I don't
1.2 I think.
1.2 million. Okay.
Wow.
I mean,
That's-
if we end up with like 150 trillion total supply,
Wow.
it'll be fun because obviously not all of
It's
that,
gonna
not
be
all
real
of that
fun.
will be circulating. So
Oh, I'm
No.
gonna hold the shit out of my pulse. That's all I gotta say. I'm
I
not
mean,
spending enough
who's-
pulse. Nothing.
Who's going to want to get rid of that stuff? I mean, wow.
Not me.
Nope.
Wow.
I'm holding
you're-
hard.
When it's tearing ETH's doors off and people are freaking going nuts over it and the speed and having their own tokens over there,
Right.
it's
Hey,
going to be
look,
like ETH who?
I'm gonna throw this up on the stream here. This is from the site. So ETH on PulseChain. You can send ETH to the Pulse Bridge contract on ETH, which locks it and issues P Ethereum, Pulse Ethereum on PulseChain at a 1-to-1 ratio. And then there's Pulse on Ethereum, which you can send Pulse to the ETH Bridge contract on PulseChain, which locks it and issues ETH Pulse on the Ethereum network 1-to-1. And this can also work for ERC20s. That's what we were just talking about.
1 for 1? Wait. Let me read that one again. You can send Pulse to the ETH Bridge contract on PulseChain, which looks like it is ePulse. And it issues ePulse. ePulse on the Ethereum network 1-to-1. Wait, what?
That's
Wait a
just for
minute.
trading. That's just for like swaps and stuff.
Uh-huh.
That's only just for bridging purposes.
Okay.
Yeah. So all
A
right.
1-to-1 ratio. Okay.
And then here's the other part right here. There will be an ePulse Ethereum pair on Uniswap on the Ethereum network, and a P Ethereum Pulse pair on Uniswap on the PulseChain network. So that's what we were just talking about.
And it keeps the bridging flowing back and forth.
Right.
Mhm.
Because of that, I think there's going to be an eHex PHex pair available somewhere, and I'm pretty sure we're going to reach that parity that we've heard about pretty quickly. Because if you look at Hex on there's Hex on Polygon, and if you look at any two tokens that exist on multiple chains, they're all very close in price. They might not be exact, but they're pretty close. So I think we're going to reach parity pretty quickly. That's my personal.
Oh, I can't
think
wait
so.
for
It's gonna
that.
happen fast.
That's a straight up double of our money. I mean, that's awesome.
Look at that. We got 300 people watching the stream. Guys,
Hell
comment,
yeah.
subscribe, smash or tap the like button
Just
very,
tap it.
very lightly.
Just tickle it a little
Whatever
bit.
you want to do. Limp wrist it. Whatever you got to do. Tap that sumbitch. Hit our bell. Do all that so you can see what's going on here.
Hey guys, Hexo just put out a tweet that says, any Hexicans going to the Texas-Oklahoma college football game tomorrow? Might be a special surprise happening. If so, have your camera out.
Ooh.
So we might get a little shout out there. Who knows?
Yeah, I think so. I think there is something coming.
That would be a good game to do it at, too. Oklahoma and Texas.
I don't know enough about college football to know.
Me either, especially being up north. I don't know much about it, but those two teams are powerhouses.
Speaking of powerhouses, what about that boxing match tomorrow?
Monsters.
There's a big
Monsters.
one. Wilder versus Tyson Fury.
Yeah, Wilder Fury is going to be a good one. It is going to be a good one.
We need to buy a spot on one of those, you know how they have the advertisements on the ring. I want to see a hex symbol somewhere on one of the main events of a McGregor fight or something. If a Hexican can make that
Fuck
possible,
that guy. Fuck that guy.
Right, exactly.
Fuck
I'm
that
with
guy.
you.
I hate that
I'm
little
with you.
fucking
Fuck
twerk,
McGregor.
man. Fuck McGregor.
but he brings
Fuck
in
him.
the hype, man. You know,
Stop
that
and
meme
slap
that
that
people-
bitch.
that people put out there where he goes, "Who the fuck is that guy?"
Yeah, the meme.
Yeah, I use it too. I still hate that. fucking
But I
guy.
would love to see a hex symbol somewhere on that, right? Maybe get a Dana White or a Joe Rogan as a Hexican, and that probably would make it happen.
If we could get Joe Rogan, if any Hexican on Joe, especially Richard Hart on Joe Rogan's stream, I mean, that would be, dude. That
Yeah,
dude's
we've
got,
been trying.
Bro, we'll have UFC in the bag after that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I got to say
Oh.
something real quick. Vitalik versus Matty Allen. I got news for you.
the
Matty Allen
ring?
would wipe the freaking floor
Yeah.
with Vitalik.
Yeah, I'm
Maddie-
on Maddie.
Would
My
destroy
money's on Maddie on that one.
Vitalik.
How about
Matty is
Maddie?
Maddie's like
versus
6-something
Matty
himself.
Allen.
Matty is like he may look like a mild-mannered dude, but he's not a little guy. Maddie's
Yeah,
a big dude.
What about Maddie versus Michael Bolton?
Now, if
What, a singing contest?
maybe on a hair contest, they could have a hair
For the
contest.
hair contest, yes.
But yeah, I couldn't see
Hexicans
either
got
one of
talent.
them going at it, But I can see Maddie knocking the shit out of Vitalik though. That's for sure.
Definitely.
His golden locks in the background, hey.
Fucking Vitalik with his unicorn shirt all muffed up and everything.
He'll be in his corner
Cowering.
Vitalik happy.
Trump swinging out with his purse, trying to.
I'm sorry.
smack
I'm
Maddie.
having a vision of Maddie just freaking kicking Vitalik's It's cracking me up. Okay, I gotta stop. I don't want to get in trouble here. They might call us violent or something, but anyway.
We're talking boxing, right?
He'd be nice. Maddie would be nice about it, though. He's like, "Look, man, I'm gonna have to punch you in the nose right now, okay? So now that you're laying there, I am gonna drop kick you in the ribs, all right, Vitalik? It's gonna hurt a lot, but boom! You know,
And listen, after this loss, you can come on my live stream,
and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I'll lift you back up, and everything's gonna be great. You know, you're gonna be okay. But one more, I just gotta curb stomp you one more time.
Oh, the memes are coming, guys. You know the memes are coming.
Oh my God! Someone please
Someone's
do a
gonna
meme.
do it. Someone's gonna do it.
And have us on the background like.
But dude, Maddie's got a pierced eyebrow, so it's like the guy could take pain. So it's like,
Oh man, I see it. I can see it. All right. Anyway, so PulseChain launch coming. You won't even know it hit. You'll wake up and Pulse will be here, and like you'll be like, "Oh shit, I missed the party. Where is it at? How do I get it? Oh, that's what's gonna happen.
Steak
That's
grass, baby. I'm gonna look
Especially
great.
if you're selling right now, like you're crazy to sell before the Pulse launch.
Well, I
I've
think
been
that people are
staking.
realizing it now. I think that the selling is going to stop because it's going to happen any day now, anytime. And I'm actually in the I'm gonna look at the dev chat right now. I won't say anything, guys. I won't say anything. They've let me stay in there.
They forgot to kick you out.
It's getting off. Yeah, they forgot I was there. I don't say anything. I've made a mistake and said something like one time, and then like nobody talked for like 2 days in that chat. Oh shit, man!
He's still in there.
Like, did they change the whole chat room or what? It's like, oh, ghost that dude. Who let him in here anyway? Let's see. Oh wait, we got us a. Ahmad Orabi 499. Thanks for the 499, bud. Great show, guys. Met RG3 in Riverside at the meetup. I now have a bunch of Hex steak. Thanks. Tim looks like the Mr. Monopoly of Hex. Yeah,
you have to have like the monocle, whatever it's called.
Ahmad, were you out? Were you the one who went out to dinner with all of us when we went out, had that amazing dinner? I can't remember. I'm horrible with names, but it was nice meeting you. Either way.
What's OBX talking about? I saw a contract call on the Block Explorer. I don't know what that means.
Oh, so on Block Explorer, there was some like chatter that goes on when they're doing a contract call, I guess, when they're getting ready to call a contract up. So somebody might be able to even put that link up in the chat and I can bring it up and we can look at it. But there was some kind of chatter which got everybody all riled up today. And in the dev chat, they were all riled up about it. So yeah, let me see this one here. Where is this?
Shout out to Inviting Freedom. What's up, girl?
Circulating.
What up, Inviting Freedom?
Oh, they're even talking about it in there. It says, I don't know if I should read this, but they're saying that whatever was in there. Let me see.
Spill it.
Well, no, because one of them made this comment, and it's exactly. It says, yeah, they're probably having FOMO because they have zero idea what they're looking at. He's right. So there's no FOMO in there is what it is. So something happened. People got excited. It's really the devs are going, this is nothing. People are getting excited for nothing. So I don't know if I should be. They're going to kick me out of there, I'm sure now. I shouldn't have even said that.
Yeah, man, you ruined it.
I'll get kicked out.
Man, you have
there I go.
Oh man, evicted.
No.
Get out of town.
Okay. I just don't say
Pack your
anything in those chat rooms anymore. Like Richard put me in the first one for Hex. Like, just like shut up, dude. Just sit in there. Don't say anything. Just listen. And And I did. I said something one time and I was like, no, I ain't doing that again. It's like crickets. I mean, they don't even like slap me down or call me names, or they're just like total ghost.
Would you prefer that they did?
I would. At least I
he's
felt
saying
like
that like he had an expectation that they're gonna slap me down.
it's like, you know,
Acknowledge
like I was like, yeah, man, that's what you guys should do. And it's like, you know, that little meme of that little girl looking like
They're probably like, bro, profanity isn't a programming language.
Right? I mean, no. So, let's see here. Yeah, okay. I'll be quiet, guys. I'm sorry. Didn't mean. But it is cool to go in there every once in a while and like feel like you're smart or whatever. It's like, oh, wow, really? Oh, that's what's happening. Huh?
Oh, he made us spit out his drink.
Like, oh, look what I know. Look what I know now. Look at what I know. Insider. I'm an insider dev chat guy. Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Watch Blocked.
Yeah.
Welcome to RG3 Insider Trading.
Screen goes blank.
Completely rugs the stream and leaves.
So I have a price prediction for Hex.
For Hex.
Okay. Bring it.
$1, and Identity already knows this. November 6th, we're going to hit $1 by November 6th.
$1 by November 6th.
That's about a month from now. Exactly. I like it.
So what brings you to that?
Because that's 48 days from our all-time high.
And that's from the pattern, right?
Yeah.
Of how it's been
Been going.
Okay.
So that's my probably won't, but close. I think it'll be at least close.
Is that the 48 days? It's been 2x in every time.
Yep.
First, right? Every 40
I just
days.
got invited to do an even specialer room.
Rumper room?
Wow. There's like 17 people in this one. This one's like,
Oh.
super exclusive.
shh, don't tell them. They don't watch this stream anyway. They wouldn't put it in minds. Shit. Like serious. There's like names in here that you don't see on the streams or in the chat rooms. There's these guys are like,
What is it? The OA Whales chat?
no, this is like, oh, look who's in there. Okay. Wow. Oh,
RG's having a private party over there. Like,
I am. I'm like,
Nice.
it's that fly on the wall. I'm just waiting to see if I'm going to get swatted or whatever, you know?
Oh, that was a mistake. We put RG3 in there. That's a mistake.
You know, like when you show up in a chat room, like your name shows up there, right? And then after that, it like gets quiet. It's like nobody says anything. It's like they were talking before. I can see they were talking seconds ago. Everything's like, who let that guy in here? Wow, that's cool. All right. So we'll see. Whatever insider information I can get for you guys, I will.
Gomer Pyle wants an answer. Are there 2 Hex meetups or just Matty Allen's? I think there are 2, right? Isn't there one like Hex conference, and then isn't DS putting one on? The one that
Wait, I
Prof
thought there was
talking
only
about?
one. The
Is
DS
there only one?
right?
So
I thought you were talking about another one that was.
No, there's only the DS. So there's a DS conference, right? Only the DS
There's
conference.
the online conference as well, which is in January.
What's the other one?
So Maddie has his conference. I forget what he's calling it. It's a takeoff from the meetup that we just had last year. This year, I guess. He's going to have it in March, March 6th through the 9th. And we are planning ours for next fall, which is the Hex convention. We're going to have a different type of lineup, a different type of get together. Maddie is doing, he's going off of what he put together with us the last time and moving from there. So we've just parted our ways with our two events, and we're putting on an event and Maddie's putting on an event. So you get twice the fun this next year.
So
twice the fun.
Where is your event in Vegas?
It's going to be in Vegas.
Okay.
Also, it's going to be towards the end of the year.
Oh, real original.
It's going to be a different type of event. We're working on some special speakers. So it's going to be a little different. It's going to have breakouts, kind of a more of a conference convention type of atmosphere versus what Maddie's doing.
That's so confusing. I thought it was only one.
That's going to be this year, RG3.
I mean, let's just do the DS.
No, it's going to be
Why do we have to do
next
another
year.
No,
Next
why
year.
so serious?
No, I mean it's just kind of weird, no? Like, well, I mean, there should only be one Hex.
I think
conference,
2 is
you know?
wonderful. Let's do 2. 2 reasons
Yeah.
to be in Vegas.
Nah,
Chances of me going across the border.
One
a
is
year, I will
fine.
do it.
You know,
Soon
Joker.
enough, we're going to have 10 of them.
Gonna-
in stadiums.
we're gonna have
all
two.
over.
consolidate.
And you're
You
going
know.
to like it.
I mean,
Captain.
consolidate the efforts, man. You know. Ah.
Joker,
And,
are you going to come up? Are you going to come up to Albany on November 20th or what? Can you make it?
What's going on November
Maybe
So
I don't know.
That's the day Freedom TV, the Freedom TV guys, A-Bit,
Oh.
and they're coming through that day. I think it's a Saturday.
I got to look at their schedule because after I get back from Puerto Rico, I've got to get out and I've got to make a couple of tour dates. I'm going to go out and hit up the tour and go meet
Nice.
with the guys and be out there on the road and do some speaking out on the big stage with everybody. And
So they're coming through Albany, New York, which is really close to me on 11/20. It was going to be an online thing, and then
okay.
me and my buddy have been and his girl and T Money. They've been talking to T Money and Barry and these guys that are with them, and we've made it. It's going to be an actual meetup now, an actual live. What do they call it? Seminar or whatever.
I'll
So-
be there. If you're going to be there, Machina,
I'm gonna definitely be. Yeah, we're gonna try to
So-
make this like the biggest stop that the tour has had. yet.
I'm going to do my best to actually get there. I don't know. Work has me traveling in November, unfortunately. But the first part of November,
I want to get to that one too. I want to get
yeah.
to New
But
York.
I don't know about like after. So if I'm able to make it, 100%, I'll meet up with you. 100%.
Well, we'll have more details soon. I'll be because I'm meeting up with.
But where in New York? Like, I mean, if you don't mind me asking, like abouts, like, are you? Because like I'm close to the city, about like an hour and a half.
I'm upstate, so I'm pretty close to Albany. So I'm
Okay.
like an hour.
All right, you two gentlemen can take this up in a DM.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We'll
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
There'll be more details.
You guys make it.
We're planning right now.
We've got two
We're having
people cuddling
bromance.
on a couch, and you guys are making meetups.
I know.
So I
Well,
just wanted to
we're having
say-
a bromance moment, man.
Okay, hold on one second. Now let's calm things down a little bit for these two. So they're sitting on the couch. They're snuggling right now. I want you guys to enjoy yourselves. I want you guys to just hear my voice and listen to me saying, "You guys have a good time. Let
You're coming
it
too,
turn
aren't
into anything that you want, and do it while we're all sitting here watching. That's fine. It's not weird at all. It's actually really Hexican. It really, really is Hexican. So I'm hoping that things are changing right now for you two, and you're really having a good time with it now. So enjoy. Keep watching though. Keep watching.
RG just set the mood, man. Damn.
More shitty. Hey, don't touch. No, I'm
I just can't imagine all of us up on a 75-inch screen. Crazy. You guys are nuts. You're all freaking nuts. All of you.
ASMR RG3.
Hey, Captain,
Well,
did you
some
see we got a
candles.
super
Let me get
chat?
Some candles for you. I did. Did I put it up? Did I miss it?
No, you didn't.
$30 super chat. I missed it. Oh, it's
Oy.
from Don Be it, what is there? Wait, if there is no advance warning snapshot and we go to hard fork, there won't be a big payday dump and shorting of Hex. Hex gets to $1, $2 soon. Then hard fork happens and Hex is $10 this year on 2 chains.
I like
Don, wow, I like it. I like your moonish talk. I like the moon boy talk, and I'm sure that our couple on the couch is really enjoying that. That might have made the night. All right, so
I retire.
Did you see how many people have asked if we talked
your
about the pulse price yet?
what the pulse price is?
It's been like 29 comments about it so far.
I know it's clickbait, you guys. Come on, what are you thinking?
This is what it's going to start at right here.
Yeah,
Big old goose egg.
Yeah, it starts at 0. And that's what we know. The whole pulse price is going to be 0, and it's going to move from there. But I think there's real value in Pulse. I think that the value that we've already seen in Pulse, I know how much I valued it, and I know. Look, how can I say this without revealing numbers? I valued it so much. I've never in my entire life. Not only have I never ever had that type of capital or asset to do that with, I put more than I've ever put into anything else in my entire life. Would I ever even thought of? And that's how much I valued it. And I valued Hex, and look what Hex has done. Mm-hmm. So just, the fact alone that I believed in Richard and the Hex project and what it has done and created an opportunity for me to actually get into Pulse the way I did. I mean, that says it for myself. That's how much confidence I have in the project. It's going to do extremely well. Let's see if I could pull. We got somebody coming in who I don't know who it is. The name looks familiar, but I don't know if it's somebody who's been around. Mr. Ox. Mr. Ox, unfuck yourself. Fix your microphone and everything. Oh, there he goes. He bailed. So maybe he's got to try and come back in, man. Try and come back in. I haven't seen your name before, but yeah. Let's see.
By the way, I got Steph from Staker coming on Hex News, I think next Saturday.
Look at you, man. You are like tearing up the guests and stuff, leaving nothing for the captain. I got one of yours though. I got one of yours. You did. Now you're like all over me. You're like, I'm gonna front run the shit out of this old guy, man. Got me.
Well, Steph reached out to me. I couldn't believe it. He reached out to me and he wanted to come on because he saw one of the last streams I did where a couple days ago where we were talking about Staker, and I always shout out to Staker and plug it as much as possible. But he wants to come on and answer a few questions that I have. So pretty awesome.
Nice. Well,
we're gonna have me on.
Whenever you want. Whenever you want.
Didn't ask me.
You are always
in front of me.
I want Hex News.
I go on Hex News. Everyone's going to Hex News. That's all right. I am replacing myself. That's what I've been trying to do, is replace myself from the beginning. You guys actually have. From the first show, I've been replaced. Did a really good job at it. I mean, we got a talented body, group of folks on here. We surely do. So let me throw the invite link out one more time to everybody in the chat room here. So guys, if you don't know, if you're coming late to the show, this is your show. You can come on. There it is right there. There's the link. You just click on that link. You allow your camera and your mic to be used here, and we'll put you on the stream.
Come on
if you really want anonymity, I don't mind. You come in here and shit talk, whatever, and we'll kick you out. That's fine. But yeah,
didn't you say there's never been an opponent come on the show, like an opponent of Hex?
We've never had on the FN Hangout somebody actually come in and try and debate Hex. We've had people kind of go weird and go sideways and like turn into community weirdness type of situations.
I gotta go
and
find
then
those
leave
streams.
and then leave, you know, but we've never had anybody like come in and say, this is a bunch of bullshit. You guys are full of crap. You're an idiot. Here's what's really going on. This is that and this and that. No one's ever done that. So that speaks volumes because, you know, everybody out there has talked crap about Hex has had the opportunity to do it right here in front of this whole community. You know, I mean, this is the community. This stream is the community. And it's every Friday. It's open to them. Come on in. Bring it. Prove me wrong. Prove Hex wrong. Prove Richard wrong. Do it. Nobody can. They can't. Because, you know, Hex has our back. Richard has our back. I'm not a crypto fucking genius, but guess what? I am. I'm smarter than every single one of those other influencers out there. RG3 stream has made more money and done better for the crypto fucking community than any of those other streamers. All of those guys with millions of followers, I have destroyed you. My people's bags have blown your freaking doors off. Every single one of you.
Fucking right.
None of you have done what I've done for this community. None of you. None of you will ever even come close. None of you have given away more Hex and more money than I have. None of you have helped more people out than I have. And none of you ever will. Because Hex will continue to grow. My stream will continue to grow. And the people that have done what I've showed them what to do will always have bigger bags than all of them. All of them.
That's facts.
Mike
That's
drop.
facts. That's
Mic
facts.
dropped. Hell yeah.
That is facts. And I'm not trying to boast. I'm just giving that's facts, as Wells would say. That ain't debatable. That's facts. I have destroyed you influencers. My record is you can't compare. You cannot compare to my record. You guys have wrecked people multiple times. I watched Box Mining do it 100 times. I watched freaking Elio do it 100 times. I've watched them all do it. Guess what? RG3 has never done it once. Why? Because I've only ever promoted one coin, and that one coin has never let anybody down ever yet. So
RG pitching no hitters.
That is right.
Michelangelo created the statue of David by removing everything that was not David. The hex chart is just hexicans chiseling away that which is sub-mil foot. Are you on Paladin? What are you doing?
I like it,
Michelangelo,
man.
the statue of David
That-
by removing.
that
Oh,
was
okay.
awesome.
I'm removing everything. Was okay. Now I get like, okay, he took the block of marble, took it all out,
Right.
and there was David and his little penis and the whole thing. And the hex chart is just hexkins chiseling away at gotcha at the FUD. Yep. And all that's left is Hex and its little penis.
I hope the guy on the couch.
On Paladin's defense, he was asking about that route earlier. So, I mean, that might like the first super chat to be connected to this chat. Just shout out, Paladin.
I think we just ruined the snuggling on the couch with that one.
We might have.
I saw that. I saw that.
You saw it.
So here we go. Oh, what is that? Oh boy. You know what?
There it is.
There it is.
I was kratomed up on that one.
Oh, yeah.
It's your wife's fault.
Oh yeah. You,
First, let me say
I
this.
forgot you
Let me
said
say
that.
this
You-
real quick.
They gave you the kratom.
Yeah.
Hi,
you
Melissa.
did
makes
well.
Welcome
sense.
to the effing hangout.
Now it all makes
Oh.
sense.
Okay, hold on. Keep it quiet for a second. We got to do this properly. Just want to say, hi, Melissa. How you doing?
Hi, Melissa.
How you doing?
Hello,
Welcome to Friday night hangout. The FN Hangout.
It's time to relax.
Your husband cares about you if he's got you here, listening to the garbage. All right. So
Listening to the garbage.
I want to play. I told everybody that I was going to play it tonight. I am going to play the Furu Eulogy. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up. You guys go ahead and continue on. I got to go find it. I should have had it.
Everyone's like, "Oh, he just put us on the spot."
I mean, we actually have to think of something to talk about.
Oh,
now.
there we go. Forex Life. Just
hey, we got a super chat.
Got a super.
Oh
chat.
yeah, let's go, baby.
Okay, let me pull up the super chat. Hold on.
Bam! I got you.
Oh, there we go. Let's help out Richard. No need to YouTube money. Quit my job. God bless you, Richard. Created a YouTube Hex channel. Oh, nice. Forex Life.
All right.
Is that your handle? Forex Life. Thanks for the $20. By the way, everybody go check out. Put your link in there so we can send everybody there and let them know where your channel is. So, okay, we're going to do this right now. We are going to do this.
In the meantime, make sure you subscribe, like the content, share it out.
Oh yeah. I just listened to this earlier today with the good headphones.
Man, it's so good.
So
good.
bassy.
So good. All right. So everybody mute yourselves.
It's muted.
RG, you're muted.
Can you hear me?
The video's muted.
Ahoy! Everyone's like,
dude.
Hold on a second.
Okay, now you're on mute.
I love this part. No, I know I was muted,
Okay.
but the video shouldn't have been. Hold on. They've got this stupid box you're supposed to. Let's see here. So Chrome tab. There we go. Furu, Eulogy, and Kabam. Kabam. Now we should have sound now. You open this bitch up because this thing is freaking money.
I was telling you how you are going to either get a cease and desist order.
Great.
Or
And
get
then I'll
in hand-
cease and desist.
I think really Hex is having a negative impact on is confidence in this.
Confirms your scam that this is a
So if people exchange their
mind pump and dump bullshit that I thought were the only thing I'm amazed about, and the thing I give you a bit of credit for, that is if you found enough morons.
The rise of smart contracts has actually led to a variety of much more sophisticated looking Ponzi and pyramid schemes.
Currency scam is called Hex and offers 40% interest.
Bitch,
I'm seeing a ton of
ass.
comments asking my thoughts on Hex. And
You
I
suck.
do agree. It is bullshit.
suck.
It is trash. It is a scam.
No,
Sorry,
you're
Twitch, this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
stupid fuck. You guys don't even know what's coming. Tell him, Freddie. Tell him. Tell him, my brother. Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm through with waiting. I lost my fucking patience. Excuse my language, these Furus have got me nauseated. While they continue hating, their ignorance is blatant. We keep setting record highs cause we ain't fucking playing. I could name names, but they'll remain nameless. Why give shine to a bunch of dudes that made arrangements to boost views and followers through their paid engagement? 200,000 fans with 5 likes, they're fake famous. You think you sound smart? We're fucking sick of you. Keep on using big words, pretending that you're critical. Pay attention and be careful what they feeding you. Fake gurus keep feeding you shit on social media. You know you telling lies, but you still do it. Afraid to go against the grain because you'll lose influence. The truth is, all you care about is views, and while you're YouTubing, your viewers will listen because they're too stupid. And the ones who made you, expecting you to stay true and do what's in their best interest because they join your paid group. They do whatever you say just to make gains, but it's too big a risk to pick up pennies from the freight trains. We ain't gonna listen, so fuck your kook opinion. A bunch of villains getting murdered from the old dominion. I told you motherfuckers pay attention, we was winning, but now your time is up. For me, this is just the beginning. And now my only mission, to break the algorithm and take control and show the rest of crypto what they're missing. Already made my riches, so now the rest should listen. Sit down, bitches, it's time to review your definitions. You missed the boat, you shit the bed. You fucking retarded comparing Hex to Big Connect. Didn't do your homework and now you're awestruck. one was vaporware, but Hex is a finished product. Stop it, drop it, just admit that you flop, bitch. Freddy Coach is back on my shut him down, open up shop shit. Don't give a fuck about your feelings if you got hit. I'm going all in, I'm thinking you should go to Nomics. Why don't you step down, make way for the new kids? We on the block, Richard Hart's on some new shit. Bought my mom a new car, you riding in your mom's whip. $1 million crib, I can show you how to floss, bitch. Before I even started, already knew we won. You get the unfiltered truth, cause I don't need the front. Subscribe below because I need to buy food for my son. I don't need to rap, bitch, I do this for fun. We be setting record highs, you gon' run and hide. Promoting lies, completely miss the magic carpet ride. Mad that you broke and we all got rich. I done cashed out mega millions, jackpot, bitch. We follow Richard to the promised land. You still follow promise coins, buying earmuffs to block out all the noise. Pulse about to blow, you should sit tight. Only Richard, you likes getting crammed down your windpipe. Never been hacked, never down for a second. No matter how hard these Furu clowns try to affect it. Never have to question if I said it, just respect it. We're effective, Hex is here to stay. I think you get the message. And CMC can gatekeep, we don't give a fuck. And goes to Hex hating bitch, they can lick our nuts. And to the rest of these bitch hoes that tiptoe, I'ma continue to rip throats. Freddy quotes, the best rapper in crypto.
God damn, that's fucking good.
Yeah, shout out Freddie.
Freddie freaking spanked that one, man. That was badass.
Every time it gets me. Every time. If I was one of those Furus, man, I'd be like, man. That's like a
they got us.
moment.
They got us.
Yeah.
They got us. Not only did Hex do everything that we said it wasn't going to do, they got us. We deserved that one. We deserved that. That dance in the end zone, we definitely deserved. We did.
How many days did you guys get to hang out over there?
We were there for, 2 days? I think I was there for 3 days, yeah.
Man, you got out, huh? Shit.
Yeah.
I drove in and left the same day.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, well, we had to fly all the way out to the east coast there, so had to stay a couple of days.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good job.
Oh, look at Dorsey. Dorsey actually, I don't know if you can see it on there. Dorsey actually has me in his profile picture.
Yes. I love it.
So I was literally like, I couldn't hardly walk all weekend long, man. When Joker showed up, I was like all bent over and he had a cane. I needed his cane actually. And his wife like freaking witch doctored me up this kratom shit, man. And I'm telling you, within minutes, I was like a new freaking man. And I felt great. I was sitting there, I was bebopping, dancing with everybody, like in the pews and just feeling good. And then it was like, hey, we're going to dance. And I'm like, man, I bet if she fixes me up another one of those things, I'll be dancing. I feel so good right now. So I went over and Joker's wife said, no problem. Boom, boom, boom. Made me a shot of this freaking mud water crap, man. I mean, it was like, yeah. And I was dancing on that freaking coffin like nobody's business, man. And I'm serious. My back was out. It was out. But within a matter of minutes, I was dancing on the coffin. It was awesome. It was
all right.
Awesome. Couldn't move the next day, but I was good. That shot, I was good.
And he wasn't walking at all. He was like, bro, you all right? He's like, oh, my back. And I'm like, yeah, definitely gotta hook him up so he could do this today.
Yeah, that was amazing. I still have not found. Now I was waiting because your wife said that there was even better brand. Then she didn't even bring the good brand. Like, yeah, that was the right type or whatever, but there's a better brand. So I'm like, I got to get some of that stuff. Because
There's it's called Cat's Botanicals. Not medical advice.
Like with a K?
Not medical with advice. A K. Not medical advice. I would, if you ever think about taking kratom, just make sure you consult with your doctor first. But
Fuck
yeah,
that. I don't need a fucking doctor.
I don't think your doctor's really gonna sign off on
I
trading.
don't care.
That's
don't
me
care.
protecting myself, man. You know
Guys,
what I
we're
mean?
talking about drugs again. God damn it! What
You know,
happened?
It was Red
Megda.
Wrong. Oh, Megda. How you say it?
Megda, MENGDA, Megda. It's meant for it's meant for pain. Again, not to be abused or anything like that. That was a very specific
You know
case
what?
where he couldn't,
I'll tell you, I didn't get any kind of like high or anything like that off it. I literally just lost all my pain. I might have been a little like,
That's not what the video was showing.
Right.
Well, I mean, I gotta admit, I felt good, but I wasn't like euphoric, like, come on, man. I've been
I'm
around
just
the
kidding.
block, but it wasn't like I felt like loaded. I felt just the pain went away. It was amazing. And I was so happy that the pain was gone. Like, I think that was more euphoria than anything. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm standing up straight. Oh my gosh, I'm dancing. I feel so freaking good because the pain's gone. It was like, But,
yeah. The reason why my wife is has that with her is because she has scoliosis, really bad back pain, and the doctors were prescribing her tramadol, and tramadol literally made her felt horrible. And it was
the worst stuff.
Yeah, it's
That's
the worst
garbage.
stuff.
Garbage.
Yeah, so she, we found an alternative, and it works for her. So that's kind of why.
Nice.
There they are. I found them.
Caps with a K.
K.
KATF.
Cats, yeah, Cats Botanicals.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I found them, and there it is. Red manga.
Mangda.
Red mangda.
Correct. Yeah. And by the way, Paul, people apparently use that to also get off of opioids and heroin and whatnot. So
yeah,
again, I'm not saying that anybody should use it. Don't abuse anything. This was just one occurrence, and of course, if you're in severe pain, please consult your doctor. That's
I mean, I have heard of it. My son actually had used it in the past, and I'd heard about it, and I've heard Joe Rogan talk about it and whatnot, but I never experienced it until your wife made me some, and I've heard that it doesn't cause us crazy euphoria or anything or whatever, and so I tried it, and I'm telling you, my pain went away, and it was just I felt because I got serious back problems.
Holy shit, guys!
Serious
Gas is low. Gas is at like freaking 68.
Oh, it's time to stake. It is time to stake.
Get it out.
Right.
Let's go.
Right over 42.
So Kevin, let me talk to Kevin real quick, because this is interesting, especially since Paul came on. So RG3, I love your message, and I know you want to help humanity as I do and others. Will you be setting up a nonprofit where all Hexicans can be part of? This would be great. So Kevin, yes, that is definitely part of Discourse Syndicate's. I've always said to everybody, blow 10%, save 10%, and give 10% away to something that you believe in, care about, that helps others, that doesn't have absolutely anything to do with you other than make you feel good that you help them. Whether it's in, something like what Paul's doing with recovery. I have a near and dear to my heart is women in recovery who have children who are trying to find a place to, get recovery. So that's one of the places that I like to put my financial energy and my efforts into, is helping those ladies to be able to recover, even though they have children. They want to keep those kids and they don't want to lose them, and they don't want to stay loaded, but they need help, and it's hard to put them up in a place. So that's kind of like one of the places me and my wife want to spend our time and effort in. But one of the other community members that have come to me is, some of you guys know Stephen Brasology. He's working on us putting together some type of a nonprofit to go help different organizations and whatnot. So we haven't actually put that all together, but that's one of the thoughts that we've talked about. But I think that every Hexican should think about that. I mean, to each his own, but to who much is given, much is expected. I've always heard that saying, and I've always believed in it. And I think that if you do have and you're given extra, then you should go out there and help versus, trying to let the litigation and the government and all of them try and put money into something. You go out there, you're the one with the heart, you're the one with the mind. Go use your financial energy to help things that you care about, and I think that everybody should be thinking that way.
Well, I feel like the Hex and blockchain, the transparency, the cryptocurrency, we now have tools where donations can really not necessarily be like a black hole where you don't know what happens, right? Like be able to see where your money went and almost like get it back and vote what to do with it next round. Because if you put it in the right place where you're actually helping people, there's big money in healing and empowerment and these ideas, right? So I think we need to understand how our money pays us back, like not even like a donation where it never comes back, but somehow where it's transparent and it comes back to you and you vote where to put it next time, rather than just it went to a good cause and you never see it again. I think we got to pair it up with good ideas that actually are profitable. Even though we're a nonprofit, we expect for that money to come back because it pays to get healing. So that's what I want to, how I want to do it.
And there's something also to be said, Paul, about putting your sweat equity in. It's one thing to drop. Somebody's really getting some bad feedback here. Every time I talk, I can't hear. I think it's you, Aussie. It might be. So maybe it's just your mic is in your. Nope, you're good now. But I think that putting your sweat equity into a charity, an organization, or a cause is also important. It's one thing to put the financial energy out there, but to put your physical work out there too is important, because there's a lot of they need a lot of volunteers and stuff out there. Oh, so it's not you, Aussie. It's not you, bud.
I think it may be Paul's mic.
Is it Paul? I think it's Paul's mic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just keep it muted until you chat, Paul. It's just feeding back.
So there, RG, there was another super chat.
Oh, did I miss it? Hold on a second.
I donate $10.
That was you.
Yeah.
Look at that, $10 to say nothing.
I know. I don't know how to do it.
Well, you got the airtime now, so say it.
There you go.
Anyways, I wanted to thank the Hex community for all they've done for me, especially this guy up here bringing me on, and Ski Cat, and it's been a fantastic ride for the last. It's almost been a year now. I can't believe it, and just seeing my friggin' bag just grow.
It is nice to watch that bag grow, isn't it? So let me say something. Let me say something about Ski. So Ski Cat came in, and how much did Ski Cat drop on you? Like 1 point.
He gave me $1 million.
He gave you $1 million.
Nice.
He gave him $1 million Hex.
That's $500,000 right now.
Yeah. At the time, it was like what, $4,000 or $5,000,
and that was before Big Payday, right?
Yeah. No, it was just after.
Oh, it was just after Big Payday.
That's so nice.
Right after a month after, I think.
I hear a lot about
right?
Ski Cat, man.
And you're staked, right?
Yep.
Nice. So it's growing. So Bearded Aussie literally is going to be a millionaire from being on this stream and coming in and telling his story, and Ski Cat coming in and jumping in. And I got to say something. So last week, Ski Cat came on, and in the middle of a stream while we were trying to gather funds for our documentary, he dropped a very sizable amount of money on for Maddie's event. So I wanted to apologize to Ski Cat for not being real appreciative, only because I'm not promoting that event, and I'm not. I was trying to promote another event, but and that was the last night for us to collect funds for that event. So I apologize, Ski Cat. I didn't mean to offend you or whatever. We appreciate everything that you're donating to community, everything you're doing, whether we're working on it or not. So Ski Cat did donate a sizable amount, 100,000. But it's going to go. They're going to figure out how they're going to designate it to the meetup. So appreciate you, Ski Cat. He's always been, you know, very, very generous to the community, and he's also.
Oh, that was during the Freddie Quotes stream, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah. And that was the. So we've got the documentary going on, and we had the last liar. We had the last day to qualify for to get your name up on the credits as you know, top donors. We're trying to come up with another contest to do with the documentary, but man, these guys are like literally like they found out about this dip and they've been chasing the story and chasing Hexicans and chasing people that are getting into Hex and like literally like trying to find emotional moments of all this going on. I mean, these guys are freaking, they're top notch. I don't want to give away what they're doing, but literally they leave Hawaii to go fly to Texas to go film for a day and then fly back out because it was a story.
Wow.
I mean, these guys are like, they're on it. They're looking for things.
I have a question.
They've been Richard. It's going to be awesome.
I have a question. So as far as the like the narration goes, did we figure out who we're going to have like narrating it?
Dave Chappelle.
because if it's going to be like if it's going to be a Morgan Freeman, we definitely need a ski cat for that one. We need like maybe 2 ski cats for that guy.
he is a lot. It's like
James
I
Earl
think
Jones.
Morgan Freeman is somewhere around like 2 million just to get him to speak, and then like it's
can you
no
imagine
less
Morgan
like
Freeman
5 to 7?
Can we
maybe
get
like
a Morgan
12.
Freeman adjacent?
I want Bryan Cranston. I want Bryan.
We were thinking Gerard Butler also from 300. The
Oh yeah,
he would be.
could
He's
get
got a
Peter
really good
McCormick.
Classic.
No,
You probably do it for 2 months payment of that loan.
We'll give him some hacks and we'll stake it for
He probably needs the money.
Fucking, how about Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I agree.
Joe
Timmy.
Rogan to do it.
Joe Rogan would be great. I think.
He's a great host.
Yeah, I think Joe Rogan would be
like a good voice. Can we do a good voice?
I mean, if we're talking about just a good voice, I mean, Wales only probably comes cheap, and he's got
there
a
you
great
go.
voice.
he comes cheap.
So I mean,
Who's gonna now charge like Morgan Freeman money? Like no.
I get him to talk for free. I mean, it's like, you know, we could probably get Wales. And as far as voices go, I mean, it doesn't get any better. Wales has got one of those voices that just, fuck, man, you wish you had that voice, right? I mean, it's just he's got a really good voice. So I mean, we can put Wales on there if we're gonna go cheap. So either we're gonna go.
He sounds like
he might not be cheap.
He may not be cheap, bro. You're kind of speaking right now. He's gonna be in the stream like, really?
No, Wales will come cheap. Trust me, we can get Wales cheap. We can get Wales cheap.
Better Morgan Freeman.
How about we get like a voice actor that can do Morgan Freeman, right? Is there any rules against that?
I don't know.
Morgan Freeman imitator.
Forgan Freeman.
Forgan.
He sounds better than the real thing, you know?
There you go.
Oh my god.
So I don't know if I don't know. We'll figure it all out once the documentary's put together. Then the right voice will be. It depends on how serious or how comedic or how aggressive it depends on what type of flair these guys put on it.
How about Fred Durst?
Fuck Fred Durst.
He's a Hexican though.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh.
Damn. All right. Shit. Never mind.
I don't know Fred Durst, but I have friends that do. So.
Okay.
Ooh. Got him.
Damn.
I'm just kidding.
You hear that, Fred?
You're a Hexican. Welcome to the community. You're great music in the 90s. I guess you're putting out new stuff now. Good for you. I hope you're not an asshole still. That's all.
Hang out at the
But I was just as much an asshole
Come and
back
answer
then
some
too.
questions.
So I
Fred
can't-
just he unfollows all of us on Twitter now. Like,
I didn't look at that. It was like the highlight of my fucking Twitter career. Fred Durst following me. 99.99. I vote whales only. Latin American crypto has spoken. It's
There you go.
or we can get Fred Durst to do it. We did it all through the Hexy. Oh, the Hexy. Oh.
is that wait? How'd that go again? He's like, no.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Fred. I'm really just busting on you, man. I'm not. It's cool. We got Fred Durst in the freaking Hexican community. Who the fuck am I? The guy made fucking millions of dollars playing music and shit and hanging out in the 90s and having fun. What did I do? I was fucking under a bridge somewhere. Listening to him on cars driving by me while I was sleeping on the side of the fucking freeway. Good for you,
with his
Fred.
little,
I'm
with
just
little paper
jealous.
pirate ship in a little puddle under.
I'm just jealous.
He's like, one day I'm gonna be a real pirate.
Well, I like Hex Machino tonight. He had that crypto kid or whoever on the Twitter there that had 2 million followers.
Oh yeah, what's that dude's name?
Yeah.
Rich the Kid.
Rich the Kid,
Rich the Kid,
that's gonna get some views as well. So that's awesome.
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, like 2 million followers, right?
Yeah, he's got like 2.3 million followers, and somebody was in the chat saying something about Lil Wayne being on his Twitter or something. I don't know. So he's clearly a
getting
very
more and more.
popular rapper. So
Yeah.
imagine if Lil Wayne got into friggin' Hex. That
That might be the case, man.
Dude,
Really,
that's-
really,
yeah,
we're
for
getting
real.
there.
Yeah, we're getting it's viral events about to happen. Like I said,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, if it wasn't us, it was going to cause it, which we haven't obviously yet. For Discourse Syndicate's probably not going to cause a viral event, but it's going to happen somewhere. We're going to fade off into obscurity.
might catch a viral.
Rich as
event
fuck,
hanging
but
out
I
with
mean,
us.
we're going to fade off into obscurity. Which is fine with me. I mean, I'm more than happy to do so. But a viral event will happen somewhere. If it's not Joker, might do it, or one of you guys might do it. I'm counting on it. I really am counting on it because I've tried, guys. It ain't happening over here, man. It ain't happening here. One of you guys is gonna do it. So, but once the viral event happens, then it's on, man. It's on. I mean, if shit cryptos can get viral events to happen, if if they can make viral events happen,
imagine what good ones can do.
Imagine what the best one can do.
Best one can do. Fuck
And
yeah.
that's what we got is the best crypto asset period of all time that has ever come on the stage. And here we are out in front of it. It's so empowering, guys. I feel so fucking empowered by Hex because,
Same here.
like I said earlier, you guys failed, man. You guys failed the people. I have not failed the people once. Do you know how empowering that is to be
You're
a
the
YouTuber,
champion.
to get out there and say, I beat all of you fucking TA chart reading crypto genius fucks. This old dirty
Didn't read a
shit
single chart.
talking bad mouth fucking pirate ate all of your lunch and kissed your girls because you guys could not fucking do what I did. Your record
so right.
will never compare to mine. I have a 100% fucking good record and you don't. None of you do. You are nothing to me. You've lost. I destroyed you. My people love me. They love what I've done for this community. There isn't one person that can call me can tell me I made a bad call or I wrecked them or I hurt their bags. Nope. Every single person, every single one of them that have come through this fucking stream is happier and better off because they've done so. Why? Because of Hex and because of Richard and what they did. I didn't have to do anything but stand here and go, yep, it is everything that they say it's going to be. So either listen to me or fucking get wrecked. And
those
I'm not
that
bullshitting.
listened-
I'm just telling the truth. This is the fucking truth, man.
And those that listened are extremely happy.
Have
You
been
changed their
rewarded.
lives.
Get messages all the time. Get messages
Handsomely
all
rewarded.
the time.
You still haven't answered my question. This is way back. When I saw the picture from Vegas, how tall are you?
Oh boy. On that note, I'm gonna get out of here, guys.
Like from that
Get out of
one
here.
picture, you look really short.
They freaking chopped my legs off. What are you talking about?
Listen, I've met him in real life. He's tall. He's very tall.
Taller than Joker, apparently.
No. I'm almost there. Okay, the guy's like 6'5". All right, he's like 6'5".
I'm like barely 5'10". I'm barely 5'10".
He's 6'5".
I am not even.
So you are taller than me. So
well, I'm taller than most of the Hexicans that meet. They're like, oh shit. You know,
it's just I saw that one picture and I was like, holy fuck, I might be taller than him.
So
yeah, but RG,
so
are you happy though?
I'm very happy.
Oh my god,
there it is. Oswald Brandy, but are you happy though? $5 or £5 or whatever it is.
I am,
Euro.
I couldn't be happier.
That's serious money.
Thanks for the €5 there. There was something. Let's see. Oh, look at that. You helped me EES for Pulse. Thank you, sir. Yes. Yes. There was that button. There is a reason for that button, and there was only a few times that you should use it, and you used it for a good reason. This is something I wanted to address. Ace said this. Thank you, Ace, for this, because this is exactly true. RG3, you have a good team. Look, all I am is a mouthpiece and gave everybody the opportunity to get up here and speak. So I had Richard and Hex behind me. Yes, that team, you can't beat it. So I said, okay, I can get in front of this team. This is easy because you got a badass like that behind you. What bully can't you punch in the nose, right? And then with all of you guys, all I did is open the door and go, there's some smart motherfuckers around here that are gathering around this thing that have Hex behind them too. So guess what? Exactly what Ace just said. I have a phenomenal team around me. And that's why we've been able to do what we've done, because it's Hex, Richard, and all of you. How can I lose? Couldn't lose. Nope. Best crypto stream in all of crypto.
Yep.
All of crypto. Made more money for people than any other stream out there. And you could take that to the bank. This stream has made more money and given away more money than any other stream out there.
That's why I'm starting to give it back to you.
Thanks for the $10.
Hey, it's only in American dollars. It's only worth like $5. Sorry, Canadian money.
$5 Canadian. I hope that didn't hurt your million too much.
Oh, jeez. One at a time.
I'm dipping out.
All right. Have a good one.
I gotta get going too.
It's been fun.
Quit stealing my guess, you fucker.
You, man. What the hell?
Keep going, bro. Keep going.
All right. Peace out, guys. Have a great
See you,
night.
bud.
Good times.
See you guys. Have a
Yeah,
good one.
With the
I'm out too, by the way.
5-5.
Have a good night.
Later,
All right,
Joker.
brother.
All right.
Good.
Have a good night, guys.
Take
Likewise.
care. Give me some money. Joker's freaking solid, man. Dude is.
Yeah.
They don't make him any better than that guy. He's a good dude.
I used to watch that guy before on D Live before Hex.
It was thanks to Hexo.
Yes, I tried.
Shout out
I
to
tried
Hexo.
that. Man.
Yeah.
Shout
What
out to Hexo. because
Hexo got me into
He
it.
got bearded, and he got Joker. Like we were on those raids that Hexo used to make.
So Hexo, man, you guys don't even know how good Hexo is. I mean, that guy is.
I owe that guy a lot.
On top of being the first guy out there in front of this thing, man, I can't say enough good stuff about Hexo. And I mean, he's a Marine, so you just know where his heart is. He's a servant. He's like a servant's servant. He would do anything for any of you guys. He has done everything for us. I mean, the man streamed when his baby was born out in the hallway so that he could make sure that he proved to you that he was dedicated and committed to you guys. Not that he was doing it for himself. He wasn't making money off. It wasn't a money grab for him or anything like that.
Yeah.
He wanted to be there for you. He wanted to prove that we are who we say we are. We're going to go out there and do this thing and nothing's going to stop us. And he's going to stream every single day because he made a promise to you guys. And that's what it's been about. It's been about serving the community and being out there and getting in front of this and saying, hey, when the dust clears, we're all going to be the ones standing, guys. We're all going to be the ones standing. And you can take that to the bank. And a lot of Hexicans got behind us and did that. And man, thank you guys all for just being out there on the Twitter and just jacking people and, you know, getting into the YouTube channels and freaking dropping hex on everybody and dropping money in other, you know, streams and doing shout outs. And I mean, man, if it wasn't for Hexo, we wouldn't have the community that we have today. He is the father of the community, period, end of story. He's the one that got me started. He's the one that got Discourse Syndicate started. This is his baby. I just asked him to help me put it together, and he did. The 24-hour streams, I said, hey, let's do a 24-hour stream, and he put it together, and we did them, and, you know, and all the rest is history. It was all, this was his community.
Captain, didn't he have like COVID through one of the?
Yeah, he had freaking COVID one time, right before the 24-hour stream. So it was a mess, man. And he still streamed. And he was sick as a dog. I said, dude, you gonna make it? He goes, I don't know if I'm gonna make it tonight. And he did. He did it.
At one point, he looked like he was melting into the chair. Like, remember, he was like kind of like this at one point, but. He did it. So thank you, Hexo.
So it's one thing to like go through all those hardships and do all the hard times and the FUD and all that stuff. But you know what the hardest part of streaming was? And he and I had to like lift each other up during this time was when Hex was going sideways for a long time, when it was boring, when nobody was paying attention, when there were handfuls of people in our streams, when there wasn't excitement, when you still had to stream and you still had to try and, you know, bring some excitement to the day and you didn't want to. I mean, that was the hardest thing. Like there were days when we were streaming 3 days in a week, you know, he was doing it every day, but we were doing 3 days a week. We were putting on more hours because he'd stream for an hour or two and we were doing 3, 4, 5, 6 hour streams, you know, 3 times a week. But it was just very, very hard to get out there and put out content when things were like going sideways or going down or, you know, not exciting. And that was when it was hard. Like we'd call each other and just say, I'm fucking just so sick of streaming right now. So done, man. I'm so done with the fucking trolls in the fucking comments and the death threats. And it's like everything else and people sending me my social security number. And I'm just so freaking over it, man. Oh man, it was just, you know, stupid shit. But man, it's really cool to be paired up with a guy like that and to be part of the community. It's been awesome, man.
Yeah.
Who else is looking what Tim's looking at through his glasses? Everybody's looking at your Oh my, we got us an OG that's back from the dead. This guy like almost died last week because he's so old and he was sick. So we're just so glad to have him back with us. Liberty, good to have you.
Hey,
what up,
Hey, what's up,
Liberty?
fellas?
We thought we were gonna lose you, man.
I thought I was going to lose me.
what happened?
I had COVID, but I was sitting there like with my pen to paper, like trying to figure out if I should describe to my wife how to get my seed words. And, you know, I was like, she's like, I don't know how to access it. And I'm like, do I write this stuff down or do I not? So it's kind of funny.
So how you doing, bud?
I'm doing okay. I was down. I mean, I had a big steak come out on my birthday, and it took me 3 days to even get to it. And I was like, just didn't even want to look at my computer or anything. It was kind of like you have no energy or no motivation, but we got around to it. It kept me smiling while I was lying there. you know, thinking that it was sitting there waiting for us. So, hey, ID Block.
How you doing, Liberty?
What's happening, man? I remember you in the chats in the old days. In the old days.
Oh, gee.
You were.
So, I'm glad to be back.
You were on the last one I was on, where I was, you know.
So I miss
Yeah,
you
been
guys.
around for a minute.
Intoxicated.
Miss you guys. Glad to be back. So I guess now we can pump. So
It's,
Good to
it
see
looks
you
like
back.
it is starting. It looks like we're getting up there. You know,
right.
We're up in the 40s again, and I
Like I
think
said,
the next
dollar by
pump is going to leave a
November 6th.
lot of people behind. A lot of people are going to get left behind on this next pump.
Oh well.
Look at how many days we've been sideways. Wow.
Yeah.
I know it's going on like 6 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah, that's all that accumulation period.
That
They've been
son of a
lucky,
bitch.
man. They've been really lucky.
That bow is drawn back like.
I mean, there's like over $20 million worth of Hex that's been sold over the last 6 weeks. I mean, it's crazy.
Oof.
But it's like the traders push the price up and the stakers keep it from crashing. So it's good.
And that's why, you know what? If Richard wants to rug pull, if he ever did, we're still gonna support the platform. It
But not
worked.
yet. But not yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
But
don't rug pull yet, man.
No, exactly. But if he ever was, you know, he would have done it by now for sure.
So
You
last
know,
thing
we've entered into a new phase. His tour right now has just been awesome for PR. I mean,
I've been watching it all.
We went from the early days with the top hat, you know, had family members, you know, come into my man cave and be like, "What the hell are you watching?" You know. And
I'm sorry, but the green and pink and orange Louis is, or whatever the fuck it is not any better. I would
So
much
then there
rather
was
see him
that
run around
phase.
the top hat.
Right.
And now he's coming off like a great guy. He's coming off like, you know,
Oh,
saying
he's
he cares.
doing
So
great.
it's going
But
awesome.
I'm sorry, his fashion is cringe to me. I mean, coming from a guy who wears t-shirts and bandanas, I mean, that's, you know, I mean, I got a whole $5 wrapped up in my outfit, you know.
Some of that stuff that he's buying, I don't know if I could ever put it on me. That's for sure.
You mean you wouldn't carry the you wouldn't carry the Louis Vuitton purse? I mean, come on.
Well, maybe, but not a friggin' shirt
Blouse.
that's full of different colors, blue, gold, and whatever. I don't think I can see that on my
No,
fat
bro,
ass.
you ain't pulling
I
it
like
off,
the
bro.
boots though, man. Those moon boots are
Yeah,
pretty hot.
those are cool. Those are cool.
They match the blouse. You got the matching blouse. Sorry.
The purse.
Sorry,
the
Richard.
merce, the merce, whatever it is.
The merce?
The merce and the blouse.
Oh my god. You guys are evil, man.
Well, I mean, it's obvious. I mean, it's obvious he's pandering to the Louis crowd. I mean, that's the people got money. T-shirts and bandana guys don't have the money to put in the Hex. I'm sorry. I get it. I totally get it. Like I'm not
right.
bringing anybody good into the space. You know, like my boys that are tatted from their knuckles up are like, hey, how do I put my $50 in? You know what I mean? Where do I put it, man? How do I get it? What's a MetaMask?
Right.
Coinbase? What the fuck is that? You know? Where do I put my $50? Can't you just send me some Hex? How do you got to put it on a computer? Email it to me? No, bro. No. I mean, that's my world, and his is different. He's got people with Ferraris and Louis shirts. So.
Like, I can't see Identity Block walking down the street with some of those bags. You know what I mean? It's like, look at my Burberry bag and look at my, you know, look at my Louis or my Coach bag or whatever. It's
Especially
like, hey,
wearing
we
the
went
Red Sox
shopping.
jersey.
Or
Hey.
Children of the Grave. I
They
can't
want
imagine
today.
Children of the Grave with a bunch of, hey, we went shopping.
Oh my gosh.
No, man, not for a while. I'm still like every so often, whenever I get a little bit, I still DCA and give me a little bit more Hex. So.
I was going to end the stream early. Is anybody know what the Dodger game's doing right now?
They're they just
Not sure.
it's 4-0, 2
Dodgers?
outs, top of the ninth. No, the Giants.
Fucking hate the Giants.
Hey, Captain, did you see that Paul left his info in the private chat?
When he left, yes, I got it. There we go.
Okay.
Thank
just
you,
wanna make
Paul.
sure.
I got you, and I will be contacting you. Super busy right this minute, but I will contact you. Promise. See if I can put this away here in my saved.
Yeah, that was funny, Liberty. Like the other day at the chat, someone was asking me that, and they were like asking me about what if I've been doing different or whatever. I was like, I haven't changed anything. I'm just riding this thing. We're still like on the 50 cents, so we're gonna be here for a while. So
Another month will be.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, that was Lady Liberty.
Dollar November 6th on the day.
Oh, you went on the day, man. I'm kind of liking that.
Calling it.
If I call it on the day, then I'm Richard Hart the second.
Man, that would be a great call. For sure.
No, I think it's going to be close by that time because it's that 48-day that thing that he's been saying. So we're going to be pretty close. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to friggin' give the salute to my, I seen that RG3 had the talk with his employer. Well, I'm hoping to have the talk with my employer soon, and my employer, I would say, is not so. I like working for the company, but the people that I work with is a bunch of idiots. So I'd love to give them the salute, the double salute, in about 6 months.
Yeah, but you could find something you're passionate about. I mean,
yeah,
Richard says, as soon as you retire, you're a net negative on the system,
Yeah.
right? You're living.
No,
on
I've
the
got things going on, and my wife's even saying, like, I thought you were gonna retire. You got all this other stuff going on now, and the documentary. There's other things that we're putting together for Hexicans. The network is still growing. We're still putting more into that, and there's just all kinds of other stuff going on in the background. And I'm stretched way too thin. I'm working more now than I ever have. Now that I'm getting ready to retire, it's like more stuff's coming on the plate. But
I figure if you're still doing things to build the whole Hex ecosystem, you are working, even if you're not doing something to make money, like selling your time at a job. I mean, if you're building the space, you're working.
Yeah, that's a job. Right.
So actually, last weekend I talked to my best friend that I grew up with. He's one of my best friends, and I learned from him that he invested in the stock market. Okay, he lost $60,000, and it's like, holy crap! I'm just saying, like, I put total with my investment in Ski Cat helping, we'll say 5,000. Now it's like it's insane.
Yeah.
What the bag is worth now, and it's like I told him, and he's like, "Fuck, I gotta get into that." It's like, yeah, you do, and geez, I gotta find out how I can get some money. It's like, well, get in now because it's going to explode here soon.
Right.
Well, I mean, now is always the best time to get into anything.
Right.
That's moving, just like the stock market over the years. Look, Hex is going one place, and it's proven its math is going to do what it's going to do. So the future of Hex is bright, and people that are getting into it later on down the road are still going to be doing very, very well. So getting into it now, you're not late. Hex is still early. There are a lot of bigger players that are going to end up getting into Hex because of what it does. It does stuff that nothing else. I mean, Liberty can attest to it. There isn't any other assets out there that do what Hex does. It creates more Hex. Now, because of that, it creates value. So the value of Hex continues to go up because of what it does. Hex is programmed to do what it does. Because it does what it does, value keeps coming into it because people value it. So Hex is not going to stop doing what it does. Hex do what Hex do. And value go up because people put value into it because Hex do what Hex do. So I keep telling everybody it's just a perpetuation of continuously going up, like Richard has always said. It is an asset that is never going to stop climbing. So getting in at the time you find it and getting in is really, your biggest move because it will continue to move up and DCAing
$10, $100, you're still not too late.
Well, it's based on the code. I mean, as it's written, so shall it be.
Yeah.
Right. So when people
That's
see
how I
that, it's
did
like
it.
the code is immutable and it says this.
Yeah, like Bruce said in the chat, APY is the name of the game.
There you go.
Is Briss actually in the chat? He's awake.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he just.
I called him at
Yeah,
noon. He was
here.
like, I said, you want to go get some lunch, dude? I'm just kind of waking up. I'm not feeling like going out. So yeah. Yep.
He showed up in my neighborhood. He showed up in my neighborhood without the hood. I thought that was pretty funny. Without the hood on the car. So I drove over.
They let him in.
I drove over. We didn't go to the club. We went to a restaurant across the street, which is a pretty cool restaurant. But I drove over in like a souped-up golf cart. I was like, instead of bringing a car, I was like, hey, I just got off the course. But then he showed up without his hood. It was pretty funny. We had a great time. I really enjoyed sitting down and talking with him. And
did you have to make him tip too?
Yeah, I didn't see the bill. He paid. I was like, holy cow, right on. Not used
So
to
he
that.
did the same. He did the same to me. He pulled the check and said, "Nope, I'm paying." I said, "Okay."
I was very
I watched what he paid, and then I watched his tip. And I said, "No. We got to tip properly, son." And taught him how to tip, and I think the waitress was happy after that. But yeah,
full respect. It wasn't my business. He grabbed the check, so it's his business. So who am I to judge somebody else, right?
See, I love seeing the hex.com tips on Twitter lately, like all the hex flex and it's
tips,
I can't wait to be at that point that I can just do that. It's going to be frigging awesome.
Be soon.
Exactly.
Yeah, people work hard. Some of those folks work really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
And the crap that they have to deal with sometimes.
I hear you.
Or you could just Venmo all your ex-baby mamas, You could... I know I haven't seen you in 15 years, and I haven't got a knock on the door yet, so I just wanted to send you some money.
Yeah, is that Wendy's for attendees that does all the big tips? I think Wendy's is showing like big tips on Twitter.
Nice.
Big tips, like more than double the bill type tips and stuff. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for everybody hanging out on the FN Hangout tonight. We've gone a couple hours, and I am ready to call it a night. Monday night going to be on. I think I have a guest. I'm going to not mention it yet. I'm hoping that guest will show up. But I have a guest on Monday, and all the regulars will be on during the week. So catch them, and we'll catch all of you guys next week on the FN Hangout. And I'll bet you we're pumping by then. I'll bet you.
Close.